What up? What up? We are back. We are back. Once again, it's on. Week 4.
Yeah.
As y'all can see, we got a guest today. You see the chair.
Yeah, I know, right? It feels weird being on this side.
Well, not me. This is my side. So I'm cool with it.
I'm not used to this.
So,
oh, you got the cards already?
I already got my cards.
Here you go.
So how was your week? How was your weekend? How was your
All right, I'm gonna go ahead.
Weekend?
I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way.
See, okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way.
Some weird.
So, my weekend was good until Sunday night.
Yo, y'all gotta hear this shit.
So we was having family time, watching all the NFL games, drinking, having a good time, whatever. They even got into a place where we was singing karaoke and all that stuff. It was a good time. So then I got this friend, Tyrell. If you're watching this, fuck you.
Already.
Bro,
Go ahead.
I've been dealing with this shit all week. So my friend, he practiced UFC and all that shit. So since I'm the Husky one, he always trying to do like UFC moves on me and shit like that. So now we drinking to get to the end of the night. He go to say bye, and he trying to put me in like an arm lock or whatever the case may be. So I feed into it, and we start wrestling, right? Bang, get him on the ground. So now I got him on the ground. This is what you do. So naturally, I'm going to talk shit.
Go ahead. Slow down when you tell people this part. Go ahead.
So got him on the ground. I said, yeah, what, pussy? You know what? I'm going to lick you like one. So I stick my tongue out to act like I was going to lick him in the face. You know what he did?
What did he do?
He bit my tongue. Like full-fledged like act like I'm licking. He clamped on that shit like a canine, wouldn't let go. So y'all know the cartoons with a kid.
Oh my God.
Now imagine a kid. Now imagine a kid getting his tongue stuck on a pole and he's trying to pull away. So now I'm like, he would not let go. So then finally after probably like 5-7 seconds of my tongue being in his man's mouth, he finally let go, and I'm mad as shit. My tongue all swollen and all that stuff. The funny thing is, I'm trying to curse him out, but I can't talk. I'm like, yeah, bro, you fucking bit me in the tongue. I'm mad as shit, fuming, kicked him out the house and all that type of stuff. I still love you, bro, but this week, fuck you. My tongue been fucked up this whole week.
Oh,
so,
man. Woo. That was beautiful.
The weekend was good until that, and then this week has been busy, but at the same time, it's hard to enunciate. So if I mess up words with S's, THs, anything I got to use my tongue.
Got him stuck a stash. How does a Megatron?
That's how it sounded in the beginning of the week. It sounded like Sylvester from Tweety and
I thought I threw the Tweety cast. All right.
And imagine coming in trying to tell that story or like, what's wrong with you?
So we got
I
a
got
lot.
my tongue bit this weekend.
That's so weird. I don't even want to say the words because pause. That's all I can say. He bit your whole tongue. Pause.
Rip that shit, bro. That shit was bad. I was mad.
I'm just trying to figure like what made him just reach up and grab your tongue with a.
Because I had his arms, I had everything down.
I don't care what you did. You could have me in a full Nelson, you could have me in a figure four leg lock, you can have me whatever. To reach up and bite your tongue.
I was mad as shit, bro. I'm like, yo, why did you bite my tongue?
Okay, no more of that.
All right, so that was my weekend.
So we gonna get into some sports. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
First of all, shout out to the Eagles 4-0. You see us. We do what we do.
Yeah,
even though they stress me out.
Yeah, they always wait to the end of like. Redskins play hard though. Redskins, they a hard team to play.
Not last night.
Well, that was different.
What was the score last night?
Like 40-20.
Yeah, that was not good. And I kind of gave the Redskins an excuse. They played Sunday. They went in overtime. To have a short week of practice and recovery, they had to play the Bears.
I knew they was gonna lose,
but not like that.
Not like that. I thought it was gonna be a close game, but I knew.
Shout out to DJ from Philly.
Yeah, DJ Moore, career day.
Tech.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Damn, this day is a perfect day.
Yeah, perfect day for Tech.
Yeah,
guys.
but DJ Moore.
I got something. Music.
What?
Kobe, Shaq, Meek Mills, Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Ooh, they about to set it on fire.
Yeah, they got that whole album coming out.
It's called Too Good to Be True. Oh, fire so far.
Right.
Fire so far. I'm loving it. Boxing stunk. They could have.
Oh, the Canelo fight.
What
It feels
fight?
the Canelo and Charlo fight.
Yeah, that was boring as ever.
I looked at that fight and was like, yo, we wasting our time.
I'm glad I didn't pay for that fight.
Because wasn't the other brother supposed to fight first?
Yeah, both of them were supposed to fight him.
And then one
Yeah, both
couldn't
of
do
them.
it.
Neither can the other one.
Yeah.
They both of them.
But you seen Bud Crawford? He called Canelo out. He don't even want to fight Charlo no more.
Yeah, because it's a waste.
He like, bro, you disappointed me.
Yeah, that'd be a better fight and more money. Don't have to lose a lot of weight. That'd be a good fight. Because
he would have to go up to Canelo though.
But Crawford gonna press Canelo and gonna force Canelo to really fight. So I like that fight.
Right.
And it's gonna be action packed. Because if you punch one of them, the other one gonna punch you back. So
Right.
it ain't like
Right.
I'm gonna punch you and then you're gonna dance around, get on your skates.
Can Crawford take 3 classes up in order to fight Canelo?
I mean,
you know, weight classes is there for a reason.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. So I want to get into some stuff real quick. Then we're gonna move on and bring our guest in this week.
Yeah, we gotta get y'all see the blue chair.
Yeah, you see the blue chair. That's how we do. So Damian Leonard, after 11 years with Portland, decides to leave.
Well, he got traded. He wanted to leave.
Yeah. So he's headed to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And he had this to say: "It's going to be fun with playing with the best player in the league," referring to Giannis.
Yeah.
But that also triggered my main man, Jimmy Butler. That triggered him because apparently they was in talks of him coming down there doing XYZ and da-da-da-da-da.
So Dame was supposed to go to Miami. They was trying to make that happen.
Yeah.
But Miami didn't have enough to train for.
Correct.
Right. So
it fell through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then, but the Trailblazers owner is a piece of shit because Dame tried to like mend it. Like, all right, if y'all can't trade me, let me go ahead and just like, all right, this is our team. This is how we moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
And Bull was like, ain't no coming back.
Yeah.
And then shipped his ass off to Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's fine. But
so it's like, who you think wins in this situation? Milwaukee? Because now they got Giannis and Dame.
I mean, you got to say they got to win.
I don't know because Trailblazers just got really deep.
You can get deep all you want. If you can't score. I'm not pausing there. More shit around this place. I had enough of this anyway. So it threw my main man Jimmy Butler off.
Yeah,
and he showed up. He showed up to the media day. What was his words? What do you call it?
Emo. He said I'm emo.
He looked weirdo. He's a weirdo.
Yeah.
So
hair
the reporter,
down, fingernails.
Yeah.
Fingernails painted black.
First thing I saw was Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, he reminded me of like a new school Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Of just
so they asked him, how you feeling? He said, I was excited, then angry, then sad, then excited again, then pissed off. Said, then sad. So she said, well, how you feeling right now? I'm excited again, but I'm just not smiling. If he ain't high, then I don't know who is.
Jimmy weird to me.
Jimmy
even like last year when he got the extensions in his hair with the dreadlocks, that was weird.
Yes, and then we got one more, and then we're going to move on to the show. My main man, James Harden.
Oh,
I got tears coming out my eyes, y'all. James. He is tripping, and he's going through it. So, of course, he wants to get out of Philadelphia. Well, let me go back. When he was with Houston, he had a chance to be, at that time, being paid the highest
player
highest paid season was $50 million, something like that. Then he didn't want that. He wanted out, so he bounced to Philadelphia. But in that
I bounced Brooklyn first.
Whatever it is, yeah. But then he ended up in Philly. You're right. Then he ended up in Philly. But before he left Houston, he was throwing all these crazy parties, and he was, fur jacket hair, this, that, all kinds of beautiful parties.
Right.
So this particular time he has a party. I don't know if it was on a boat or whatever. He invited more basketball players. So before that, he was in love or really head over this chick named Shy. I don't know her last name. This is sources. Some chick named Shy. So he invites her.
She alright too, though. She's a little baddie.
Yeah, she is bad.
You seen her?
I'm gonna show you how bad she is. I'm gonna show you how bad she is. So he invites her to the party. Plus, he invites other NBA guys to the party. Well, this one particular guy, what's his name?
Kelly Oubre.
Kelly Oubre leaves with Harden woman. He leaves.
Leaves that party
that he invited to.
Not exchange numbers.
No,
like leave that party.
Like what? I need his book because I don't know what kind of game he spit to her.
Right.
To show up. Now you've been with Harden all this time, but I showed up for one showing. I say boom, 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 and then we out.
We both out.
Damn, that game's strong. I
Yeah,
need that book. Whatever he wrote down, I need all parts of that. So boom, fast forward, 2023. We got Harden again having problems with different people. The 76ers GM.
Yeah.
What's his
They
Daryl
going at it,
Mosley or something?
Yeah.
Morley, whatever his name is, he having issues with him. So they going back and forth or whatever. And in the midst of all of that, the 76ers signed, guess who? Kelly
Oubre.
Not only do he sign the boy that took his chick, but he signed the boy that took his chick, married
her,
the chick,
got
and gave her 2 kids.
So now he got to play basketball with.
He got to play basketball with the boy that banged his chick with the 2 kids.
And now they in the stands and shit watching.
And you talking about that could have been your daddy, but it ain't. I chose him.
But he went out of Philly so bad.
So bad. I don't care. He probably get out here for $12 on a pack of Twizzlers.
No,
How
they're not
get
letting
out.
him go. They're not letting him go.
He gonna make him sit through all that 82 games?
Bro, they not letting him go. They try to trade him to everywhere. Clippers want him, but
that's bad
Clippers
business.
can't. Like nobody really bidding for him. Clippers not offering enough that the Sixers want.
So what if
So he didn't show up to media day?
So what if Kelly's wife is there
His wife?
at every game and she's sitting behind the court where he shoot free throws? He can't even focus. She's in the joint like this. He missing every one.
I don't know, bro. I don't know,
That's
bro.
bad
It's gonna be
business.
some drama. So he didn't go to media day, and then after that, they had their first training practice in Colorado.
Yeah.
He showed up and he had no problems. Like it was just like everything was like kumbaya. Everybody was expecting some kind of drama. So they're like, all right, what kind of shit? All right, James Harden on. He ain't had no issues. He just showed up, laced his sneakers up, stretched, played, went home.
What you gonna say?
This man is demoralized. He not interacting with nobody. He just like, bro, I'm in here.
You actually think I'm gonna say, yo, let's go out? No, you just took one of my chicks.
I ain't.
We ain't nothing popping, bro. I ain't got nothing. You lucky I don't hit you in the face with the basketball and pretend it was a pass.
Right.
And I ain't none of that hit. I definitely would knock one of them kids over. Like if I'm falling out of bounds, push them. Push the little nappy head.
Yeah, no, bro.
All right, so I think that's all I want to touch on. I think I covered everything.
I wanted to do something too.
Go ahead.
You heard about Sergio? Where like the update on Sergio? This is gonna be our shit every week.
Go ahead.
He was partying in Tulum. They caught him on social media partying in Tulum, shirt off and all that type of stuff.
You're not gonna tell me that's weed. That ain't no CTE.
How is he getting around though? If you're like,
what you mean? He got money.
I know, but like if you catch a plane, they should know.
Not if it's private, and someone else do it.
He got that type of money.
Yeah,
to just hop on a private.
Yeah.
Go to Tulum.
Yeah.
All that.
He's so high, he probably canoed all the way over. All right.
Just follow the river.
Let's get our show started.
Yeah,
let's get our show started.
All right. So the person we have on today.
So he's just gonna skip the prayer?
Oh shit, my bad. Go ahead.
Wow. Hey G, you hear my man over there trying to skip you? So we'll get right into the prayer. Dear Lord, we want to thank you for waking us up this morning. We ask you that you continue to bless this podcast to the point where they ask us, how do we do it? The only thing we can say, if it wasn't for God, none of this is possible. In Jesus' name we pray, amen, and amen. All right, so let's get started.
This is the first time we have a guest on the show today. So
yes.
Today is a very exciting episode.
Very, very exciting episode.
We have our guy, Shaka
Toney, my man. What up?
What's up, bro?
Have a seat. So let me introduce everybody to my main man, Shaka. Let me give everybody a little history on Shaka. Shaka went to Immeltech charter. Was that a private school?
No, we a charter school.
Oh, just charter. I guess.
Technically, we public.
Public. All right. Well, my man played football there. He was Defensive Player of the Year, first team All-State, 97 tackles, 21 sacks. Damn.
That was your career, 21 sacks? Senior year? That's one season.
Went crazy.
Hey, yo, he trying, you know what I mean? He trying to hate over here. That was all 3 years? No, bro, that was 1 year.
I had like 15, 16 my 10th grade year.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
Strong boy. Let me say that again. Senior year, 97 tackles, 21 sacks. That's
There we
better.
go.
Is that better for
You
you?
was making it sound like that shit was career. I'm like, if
No.
I read it right, that
Then
shit was all in one
he
season.
Like
moved on.
tackle numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he moved on to Penn State as a true freshman. 41 tackles.
No red shirt year, right?
I read shit.
He
Red
redshirted.
shirt.
I read shit.
41 tackles, 6.5
Trail kid.
sacks,
Yeah.
sacks, 7.5 tackle for loss. 2019, he was second team All Big Ten. 2020, first team All Big Ten. Got drafted in 2021, 7th pick. Now he's actually playing for, right now, Washington Commanders. I still like Washington Redskins. That's what I'm going by.
You
They
can't
don't
say
like it.
Redskins no more, man.
The Washington
Commanders.
Commanders.
Yes.
Welcome,
But
my
they be
guy.
like, who are we? The Commanders.
That's y'all
No.
John?
That joke is catchy.
Yo, I'm not saying. What is it again?
Funny.
Say it
They
again.
say, who are we? The Commanders.
No, we're not doing nothing. You can keep that one.
No.
So
bro.
what's going on, man? What's going on?
Not much.
Yeah?
Staying in it, staying in here,
Yeah.
getting my work in, waiting for my opportunity again,
Okay. When would that be?
Reinstatement, I believe, is in January, February.
Yeah.
Fortunate enough, Washington kept me on the team. They reserved the
Nice.
rights for my contract.
Right.
So, I must have done something right for
Yeah.
them to believe in me.
I know. What you ran in the 40?
They had me at 4.49, officially 4.52.
Yeah, that's
Right.
that's why they kept you. You fast as ever.
That's why one of my things was, and we was talking about it the other day, of like, you really a freak of nature. It's just that you was around other freak of natures at Penn State, Michael Parsons, Jason Owe, and all that stuff. That Jason Owe ran what, a 4.39, 4.4?
Yeah, people see like
Michael
no
ran
hater.
4.3.
Both of them, they'll tell you like I'm one of their biggest supporters, especially like with Micah. Me and him been together forever. That's family. Known him
Right.
since high school. And
Yeah.
Jay, that's my little brother.
Mhm.
Always pushed him to be great. Me and him, my last year playing alongside of each other. Like I need you to be great because I need to be great over here. Because if only one of us rushing, the quarterback got somewhere to go.
Right.
We don't need him to go nowhere. So.
Crazy thing. We had
Y'all-
Out there
see-
with freaks of nature. It is, seeing what people got to see on pro day is like getting to see it every day in practice. It was just amazing to see.
Yeah.
Like, I always tell people, I want to be a GM one day. A play that have made me, two plays that have made me draft Jason Owe. I think we about on a 40-yard line or a 30-yard line in Nebraska. Jet sweep. Jay take 2 steps up the field, missing, and damn near catch him at the end zone. And then we play
He
Michigan.
fast as shit.
Yeah, he's
We on
fast.
our side. We on our side of the 50. I leveraged the block. Guy cut back. He get through the hole. He running, and Jay caught him. I think probably like the 10-yard line.
So like hustle plays.
Just 2 plays. I was just like, damn, this a different kind of speed.
Listen, dude, we trained a lot of y'all from Penn State. Not even thinking about it. And
Yeah.
all y'all turned pro. Deion Barnes played for the Jets. Michael Parsons, of course, with the Cowboys. Jason with the Ravens.
Yeah, my boy
You-
Jesse too.
Jesse
Jesse Lucetti played for the
Yeah,
Ravens. And
played for
then,
the Ravens.
Then Cam Brown, he played for
Yeah.
the Giants.
Yeah. So we had a chance to train all of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's crazy. I'm just here sitting here,
Michael Parsons.
and I said Michael.
I
Said
ain't-
Michael Parsons. Of course, Shaka. All of them are from Penn State. And
Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders.
That's
Miles
my dog.
Sanders.
That's my roommate.
Yeah. Oh, Miles was your
Right
roommate?
there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
That's-
dope.
All
Yeah.
my guys, man. That's all my guys.
Yeah.
You done took care of me. So of course I'm gonna bring people down here to show like this is a great place for you to work out. You ever
My
visit.
man. I like that commercial. You hear that shit? Yeah, get your asses down here.
Right.
All them other gyms in Philly is fake. Ooh, was I supposed to do that?
You always throwing shots. He always throwing shots.
Yeah. Oh.
He always throwing shots.
That's all right. Back it up.
But even like back to college, one thing I wanted to run through is he ran through all your accolades, but I wanted to slow that down and talk about your transition from high school to college. Coming from Philly, you fast kid, but you weren't necessarily the natural build of a natural DN.
You saying the transition on the field or off the field?
I would say we dive into both because we talk about both all the time. So dive into, I would say, on the field first.
So on the field, I could talk about it now, but I used to put weights in my pants. I used to wear weight vests and stuff because I was really skinny.
Yeah.
I remember Franklin, first time he came up to the school, it was a surprise visit. I ain't had my weight on me. So my man,
He put you on the scale?
JJ had to run to my locker. He had my locker. I gave him my locker combination. I like fake went to the bathroom. Like, hold on, coach, 1 second. Ran to the bathroom because everybody come in, they see me, they like, I'm tall, so people see me on film and think like, oh, he probably like 215.
Yeah.
I was a $170, like
Right.
$170,
DM,
$175.
DM.
$170.
You
Flying.
know, but I was just blazing fast. So going into college, Penn State really recruited me as a linebacker. The DC coach, and I forget the guy's name.
That's all right. Don't
He
worry about
left, but the new coach took over, Brent Pryor. He recruited me for a linebacker a lot, and I love Coach Pryor to death. When I met Coach Spence, it was just like a natural just connection. Being a D lineman, and he was just telling me like, man, like he was him and Josh Gaddis, the OC from Maryland. They were first two people to say like, yo, you could play D in the Big Ten.
Nice.
Like no matter how you look, I think you can play. And Penn State kind of left me with a decision to make of playing linebacker D, and I'm just like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like I think LB cool, but it's something about just getting to the quarterback that's I feel like it's unmatched. And this before thinking about money or anything. It's just the satisfaction of getting a sack it's unmatched to me. Like I caught a pick, I
don't know, catching picks is
fumble, all
fun.
that stuff. But getting a sack is just something else to me. And I hate quarterbacks. So it's like
Yeah,
going to
there you
college,
go.
going to college
you
and being
go.
the smallest guy. Going to
Move
college
your mic closer.
and being the smallest guy in the room, that's tough.
Right.
I remember our first day, like really meeting everybody. We doing like little one-on-ones, summertime, D-line stuff. My OG in the room, Torrance Brown, he put me up against the boy named Sterling Jenkins, and I was probably like a $179 that day, couple PB&Js, and I ran past him. Like he was like, "Shot, I want you to run to this spot and just turn the corner and dip." And I did it. And in that moment, I'm like, y'all can play football here.
Nice.
And, most guys, they not real about their situations. Me, I'm 176 pounds. I don't want to play yet.
Right.
Like, I want to at least get to 200,
Yeah.
220, 215, something like that, where now my body can hold up because football is physical.
Right. And in the Big Ten.
It's a different world in the Big Ten. Like, it's crazy being in the NFL, just seeing guys I went against, like seeing Trishan Wirfs. I'm like, dang, imagine me at 176 trying to go up against him. He'd have folded me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that transition, it was easy for me because I already knew I was gonna redshirt.
Right.
Like I knew on the way I was playing, if the car accident happened, everybody broke their legs or something.
Right.
So I did my scout team role. I embraced my role on the team. And honestly, I think a lot of people respected me before I had got the scout team player of the year because I took it seriously. Same thing with the NFL I'm going through now. Like I wasn't playing, but getting that guy prepared, you can get some satisfaction from it because for him not to get beat or him to see a move that the person he's going against, him trying to do it and all that, get that out of here. You can't stop. You can't do that. Knowing I helped him get right for that game, it mean a lot to me.
Right.
And I think a lot of my O-lineman teammates got a lot of love for me because I was always ready to do something, even I wasn't good at, just to get them right, just doing my part. So freshman year kind of just flew by, honestly, because I was chilling, waiting my turn, honestly, just getting ready for the games.
So then, now let's dig off the field. Coming from Philly, our mindset, how we are, we naturally come off sometimes too cool or too aggressive. We don't necessarily respect everybody's character, I would say.
Yeah.
So if we don't respect your character, it's hard for us to just follow your lead. Like we got to respect you. So one of those things is like going up there, you out of Philly, probably your first time really in life. So now it's like, what was that transition like? Because
honestly, it was a shock. All the stuff you said is definitely things like me as a man now could see that I struggle with. Back then I didn't understand it. And then when you got the type of personality I have, I intimidate people because I come across as like I'm real stoic in my nature. Anybody know though, if you talk to me, I light up like a light bulb. But as far as like that facial, it scared people off and understanding. I had to learn that. I honestly learned that from G. Like really my last year, we probably get to that, but like a lot of my personality changed when I really got in here with him and really started working with him. You two, I ain't gonna leave you out.
You
But,
understand. You did right the first time. You ain't got to put this shit in.
though, like it was
cameras,
hard.
I got my props.
It was
Don't
hard.
listen to
It
him,
was
bro.
hard, honestly, off the field. Like coming in, I'm I fortunately had Sharif Miller up there, so I had somebody to give me the ins and out.
I forgot Sharif Miller, another Penn State guy.
I had the ins and out down pat, and then I met somebody like my OG Torrance Brown. That was my vet in my room. That's still my big brother to this day. Them two kind of put their arms around me and was steering me away from stuff and trying to help me, but it was still things like that Philly demeanor that was it kind of rubbed people the wrong way. And I think my freshman year, it impacted my relationships on the team in a negative light. But at the same time, it's on me to convey, but I also felt like it's on them to teach. Yeah. And I felt it was a real disconnect for me with staff and people up there because it seemed like everybody was too afraid. And Reef kind of went through it, but Reef was playing. And everybody know in football or in sports in general, when you play, people tend to put stuff aside that they don't like about you. Me not playing is kind of just let people like harp on it and make it seem like it was bigger than what it was. But I never had a problem with respect. Nobody can say I was ever disrespectful, but I had a hard time understanding how to communicate and how to build relationships. So coming from Philly, we grow up like me mugging. Everybody like smile. I'm like, when you from, you walking around too loose, somebody gonna get you.
Right.
Like first thing you get tagged is soft.
Thing you get tagged is soft. So going up to a place like Happy Valley where people leave their front door, I walked into a few people's houses on accident and up there. Like that's how literally
you gonna get a case,
I'm at the wrong. Hey, bro, I'm outside. Just walk right in. I walk in. It's 3 college kids standing there. I'm like, yo, my bad. And they don't even trip. They like, oh man, you okay? Who are you looking for? So it definitely was a complete shock. It was a complete shock. People going up there and feeling safe for once. A lot of guys from high school, I went to Emotep. Yeah, endless D1 crews. They went to so many different schools. I feel like Penn State put me in an atmosphere where I didn't have to look over my shoulder no more. Yeah. So my transition, I feel like every year I got better and better with people. And I had my growing pains, but I felt like that freshman year was just hard though, like as far as understanding like how to treat people, how to talk to people and be more approachable.
Right. Because for me, I had a situation where I went and moved down south with my parents for like 3 months, and it's like Southern hospitality. Everybody waving, cars going past, waving from the car and all that type of stuff. And then I came back to Philly after 3 months of being used to saying hi when people walk past, opening every door for a woman, things like that. But it would be like everybody was so appreciative, so friendly, everything. I came back to Philly, in the heart of North Philly. I'm like waving at people just like out of like habit, waving at people as they go by. People looking at me like, what the fuck? And then like
I'll open the door. Wawa. I opened the door for he carrying a little money cart and he just kept pushing.
Didn't say, you open the door for somebody else, say thank you.
I ain't hit it one day, you're welcome, and nothing. I just shook my head like, some people don't.
Yeah, it's like but Philly, it gets you back in that hardened state.
Yeah.
Because it took me probably like 2 weeks to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Like holding the door for people and saying like, how you doing? Or whatever the case may be.
No,
and
as soon you get to Philadelphia. It's just Philly. We have this whole thing. We got to protect our image.
It's like a demeanor that we all have. Yeah. And it's like even a kid that's not from them super tough upbringing, he still got a certain type of demeanor because at what he around and he understand like it's Philly, one of them cities where even minding your business stuff can happen to you.
Right.
And every major city isn't like that. Like, yeah, it's crime in every city, but in Philly, like minding your business, somebody might approach you. Somebody might do something to you just because you were around.
Right.
Like, and it don't make sense. So you naturally just build that.
I call it calluses because for me, I grew up.
We had a guy at Penn State, his name was Mr. Keefe. He said kids from inner city put on armor.
Right.
And he was like, and the hard part about when you get those kids out of more environment is telling them that they not in combat no more, they could take it off.
Yeah. Right.
And being in Philly, we all got it on, no matter what.
We got double doses of the armor.
Front and back and a shield.
Yeah. It gets real.
All right. But before he go and run off with his more questions that he got,
I ain't got no questions. We're just gonna freestyle. Listen.
I really want to dig into one particular day where it was like, you're different. October 20th, 2018. You don't even know.
Mm-mm.
That's crazy. That's how humble he is. But October, y'all play Indiana.
You know what's crazy?
You tied the Penn State sack record.
I wouldn't even say that was my day. I would say my day I was different was Northwestern.
Northwestern?
In 2017, when I got my first my first multi-sack game, how prepared I was for that moment, it was like no other. Like I looked at that old lineman and I knew, I was like, yeah, this the one right here. I took off. Like if you watch that play, like that get off, my hand placement on the long arm, and I literally I didn't try to tackle the quarterback or nothing. Like it was like Bob Boucher. I just ran into him and hit him in his back, and the ball just flew out. Like it's a picture. Like my helmet is like mushed up against my face mask and all that.
Yeah.
Like, afterward, the straps is off, and it was like that. That was my moment. I knew like yeah, like I'm here. Like this, like this my time. And then next thing you know, going right into the next sack, they tried blocking with a tight end. Went around him, and the quarterback was a lot bigger than me. I was only about 205, and bringing him down with one arm, that was like, I honestly think that was my moment. Indiana was more just frustration. You know, I didn't really play a lot that game. People don't realize all 4 of them sacks came in the fourth quarter.
Right?
You know,
I tell you my moment with Shaka. A lot of people don't know. Me and Shaka go all the way back to Imotech. And our first encounter was a rough one. Our first couple encounters was rough ones.
You had rough encounters with a lot of your pros. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah, because they want to tell me how something's supposed to be done, and I'm not trying to hear none of that. So for me, training guys,
you need people
especially
to tell you no. Everybody that's listening, you
Right.
need people to tell you no.
Yeah. So it's like Shaka was a star at Imotech. Shaka was used to doing it one way, which was his way.
Right.
And I'm not going to go into certain names, but adults was allowed in Shaka to be Shaka.
Because
I'm old school. I don't need Shaka. I'm old school. It has to be done this way. So Shaka thought he was going to do it his way, and it wasn't going to happen. You know what? Before me and Shaka get physical, I'm done. I'm cool. Deion, which played
Deion Barnes.
Penn State, Deion Barnes, Penn State, played for the Jets now, not a head coach, but a position coach at
defensive lineman coach.
Penn State.
Best D-line coach in the country.
Not arguing with
He
you.
on his way.
Not arguing with
Coach
you.
Johnson, and I forget the coach at Texas A&M. He on his way. I promise.
The one that went, he was under Coach Johnson.
He was
He was at Penn State.
He played under Coach Johnson too.
Yeah.
So a lot of that stuff he learned. He teaching now, and I can tell people like it's paying off. Turn on the Penn State game, you'll see it. It's paying off.
Yeah.
One, you can see it in the pros.
Yeah.
Like everybody, Jason Owe, you,
All that.
Michael Parsons.
All of us get back and go
linebackers.
work out with Deion.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
you know, you talk about like them 2 first round and myself. Anybody that's pretty much coming out of Penn State now, like we're going back to go work out with Deion. Like, it's
Hands
a point.
down.
He's one of them guys.
Yeah,
Right.
he's a dog. But Deion brought him in the gym. My whole demeanor changed. You know me. When I don't like somebody, I just don't like them.
I think I was here at the time.
Yeah, so
Because
you was.
my first impression with Shaka was that he was hard headed, but it was a miscommunication between y'all that I based my judgment off of until I started talking to you.
That's the story of my life.
So what happened was Deion said, "G, just do me a favor and talk to him." Thought about it. Fuck this kid. I ain't doing nothing. Who you think he is? You coming in my shit. I thought about it. Yo, bro. Now I'm having this conversation with myself. Like, that's not what we do. We just don't kick him off like that. Like, all right, cool. Me and him sat down. We busted up. For some odd reason, it wasn't too much of what he was saying that got me. It was more of the energy and his body language that showed me like, yo, no, he's not the same kid. I'm like, all right, cool. We talked. We said what he had to say. He voiced his opinion. I voiced mine. And I'm like, all right, let's go work out. That next day, me and Deion talked. And I said, yo, I love this kid. I said, yo, he's different. He's like, what you mean? I said, I really can't explain it.
Was that your junior, senior year?
That might have been junior going into senior.
Yeah.
Probably junior.
That's when we had to kick you out the gym and tell you go back to school.
Yeah,
That's
because
going into senior during COVID.
that was around COVID.
Bro, go back to school.
Because he was saying he was here, 2-3 months, and he's bigger than he had been the whole time up at school,
Right.
whatever. But me and him having that conversation, that's when I knew. I said,
220 to 249, 252, something like that.
yeah, 252.
So
I think it was.
220 to 252.
Yeah, it's
Something like that.
That's crazy. And
I wasn't fat at all.
Yeah, and he can still move. That's the key part.
Yeah, so
You
he
gotta
was
be
like-
able to move with that.
When we started talking, and then every day we would just come in and have little conversations. The stuff that our relationship got so tight, it went beyond football.
Right.
What's going on with the person? Nah, bro, don't do that. And then he just start listening. We start vibing. He'll tell me stuff. Now I'm accepting what he's saying to me. And then we started getting like this.
Right.
So it's like when they asked me, well, Shaka's one of my favorite guys. Like he got to be my favorite guy. I went all the way up to the fucking Commandos, cold.
Yo, he's cold as hell out there,
bro.
Yeah.
What?
If he'd have said something, I'd have got him a
stadium.
jacket. Like my high school coach
That
came.
stadium is so
Look, my
ass.
high school coach came made the same mistake he made.
Yo, it
only
was
got a
so
hoodie on. I get him a
cold.
Parker. So
It
now
was so cold
he in
that day.
He in the Parkers we got on the sideline.
couldn't be colder
He
than
cozy.
Minnesota,
I'm
though.
like you could have had the same thing. I'm like them Parkers is the best. They better than any coat ever invented.
I think it screwed us up because on the way up there, it was warm.
So it was warm
It was
here,
freezing in the stadium.
and then you
And
go
got
down
to,
there.
oh my
It was
God,
freezing.
it was so cold.
And
It
you
was
think
bad.
it's not that far because it's only
And it was still
like,
September,
what,
too.
Maryland,
Yeah,
technically?
It was like September. It was cold. It was
Yeah, it
cold.
was
It was probably
cold,
like
cold.
40,
Yeah.
45,
And I
something
stood,
like that. With a wind.
I leave. I don't care about none of this shit right here. I
Right.
leave, but I stood. That was my guy. Every time he got in, I stood up. I was going crazy when he was out there balling. So, and then I waited after the game for him too. It got even colder because the sun started going down. So you look at this
Oh,
probably
yeah.
like 30 degrees out
go
there.
down quick out there. For
Yeah,
some
it's
reason.
bad. It's bad out there.
It's definitely dope.
But no, he became one of my guys. So he's up there as one of my boys, like Reef and who else? Reef, Kyle, Shaka. These my guys. Like I'm a brand them. I'm a go with him. He's good. Da-da-da-da.
Right.
So once me and him got over the it's like he said, he's from Philly, so of course he's gonna guard himself. And for one person to tell him something, he gotta actually he gotta actually believe in that person and what that person
And
is
that's
saying.
what I meant. Like
That's true.
the
Yeah.
respect, man.
You gotta get that
That's always
respect.
been big for me. Like
Yeah.
for me, it's like if you don't come off authentic, it'd be hard for me to fake the funk.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's something I had to learn. You know, you got to work with people that you don't like and stuff. Like for me, it's just like like people say they're authentic. Me, I'm me. Anybody that know Shaka, most of their stories either like that, like G's,
Yeah.
or it's something like it was me being me, and they just respect me for how I am, because I can't be nobody else but me. I went through a lot at Penn State with like them trying to change and stuff. For me,
We
it
even
was
had conversations about that.
Conversation about that, like understanding, like, you know, sometimes people don't even know you and they passing you judgment, and you gotta just take it with a grain of salt and understand, like, if this person is a necessity, you gotta deal with it.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can't just basically write people off just because you don't respect how they moving or how they talking or how they
or
carrying
lash
themselves.
out, get attitudes
You know,
when
and-
they move funny or something like that. You got to be able to maneuver around that.
I think the light really clicked on for me with him. I was like, oh, he's gonna be a great human being. We had was it Franklin? We had that conversation. I said, listen, man, just go to him. Listen, I apologize. Back then, I was who I was, but I'm not that person now. I'm mature. We had that conversation. He's like,
that joint was big. We had during the COVID, like I told him, if we all can't come in here and sit down and talk, there's no point in me coming back.
Yeah.
And me, Coach Pryor, the new D-line coach, Coach Terry, he like my uncle and Dion, they all sat in there with me and my mom, and we had like a real clear the air conversation, and it kind of burnt me out because it was like, y'all always left this stuff to Spence. We could have been had this conversation, you know? And I felt like they felt like maybe I should have said something, but in my eyes, I feel like I'm still a kid.
that's what I was going to
As
say.
mature
You're a
as
kid.
I am,
Yeah.
and I always been mature. I always was somebody that they could put stuff on, like, yo, look at this player. Yo, can you do this? Can you do that?
Yeah.
I don't think they realized, like, I still had growing pains that I didn't know, people not teaching me.
Yeah.
And the only people that teach me was people like you who wasn't afraid to just say something to me. Because everybody know, like, I respond to criticism. Like, if you say something to me, I'm going to listen to what you're saying. Now, if I think that's true or not, that's a different
story. That's a different story.
that's
but
a
I'm
different
definitely
story.
going to hear you out. I always can have a conversation with people. I'm not afraid to be criticized. I'm not afraid to for people to put things on me, and I'm always willing to conversate to either change their opinion or understand that I need to change this about myself.
Yeah.
And like that was something that you really like. That changed my life. Like learning that from you, how to handle people, how to have them tough conversations, and honestly forcing people to have them tough conversations with me. You know, people see like I said, I'm stoic, I'm mature, and you know I come off as somebody like, oh, he got it all figured out, but I don't.
Yeah.
What make me be that way is people like y'all two, like coming there asking y'all simple questions, never being too prideful with the shit I have.
Yo,
like I'm prideful with other people.
Let me tell you
but
the
when it
last
comes to
question.
people, like I really want to like when I'm trying to learn, I have no problem asking no question.
Yo, let me tell
Even
you
if
what
I
he
feel
said
like
to
I
me.
know, I'm gonna ask.
Right.
The last one, he come to me, we in here training. He's like, gee, I'm about to get a job. Yo, I'll bust out. So I said, yo, shut up, man. Let's go over here and work on. You ain't doing shit. What is wrong with you?
No, you got a lot of downtime.
I
Right
know,
now.
but where you gonna
Too
go?
much damn
Yeah.
downtime.
Yo, when he said that to, I bust right out. Yo, stop playing. Let's go work out. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
No,
You
but
get
me
no
and him
damn
talked
job.
when we was talking about businesses and stuff
Yeah,
like that. I said, bro,
yeah.
use this time to get your mind right. If
Yeah.
you want to think about what would you do after football, take a step back,
Yeah,
read, because you know a lot of people. You learn a lot. You get to know a lot of people within your line of work. So what that means is you have so many relationships that you can lean off of, even if it is through conversation, like how we have, or even if it's by opportunities they might be going on that you might not have to do, or it'd be one of those things that you could start your own and just lean on their expertise in that field.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
Best
so-
thing I feel like out of my hardships in life, my struggles and stuff, the best thing I've gotten out of is the relationships I have. Where I'm going through what I'm going through now, the amount of support, how many people reached out, people I don't talk to on a day-to-day basis, people I ain't talked to in a couple of years, just reaching out, letting me know that they got my back. And
I'm gonna tell you how
like,
much I
people
love
just-
you.
People just I don't know why people love me the way
No,
they
I'ma
do,
tell you.
but people love me for
I'ma
that's
tell
all
you.
that mattered to
Because
me.
you genuine.
Nah,
I
damn
know.
all that shit. I'm gonna tell you why I love you. You the only person out of everybody in here that slammed the goddamn weights.
Oh yeah. Every time he in here, that gonna be
Every-
like, plow.
You know what I do
That's
now?
shocking.
It's a Penn State thing. Like
Yeah.
when we
Nah.
honestly, if you
Nah.
anybody at Penn State know roll
Nah.
one or you a Chuck Losey guy, you gonna slam that
No
weight because we
one
put
from
big boy
Penn
weight
State-
on there.
no
you
one
can't
from
put
Penn
We
that
had a
type
lot
of weight
of
gently
we
down.
had
Bro, we didn't have about 6-7 of y'all from Penn
Yeah.
State.
Micah is a weight slammer for sure.
No,
I
he
know
didn't
that for a
slam
fact.
shit in here. Micah didn't
He probably
slam
my
nothing.
Miles
nice
didn't
today.
slam nothing in
Jace,
here.
J.O. didn't slam nothing.
Miles a
don't.
pretty boy. Jace is a pretty boy.
Miller didn't
slam nothing in
I'm
here.
surprised.
You the only one
I'm
that.
surprised. Reef is the most dramatic lifter I ever seen.
Listen,
Your
he a
shit be
squat.
like,
I
he a
don't have
squat.
to-
He done.
he'll
He'll
drop
throw
it
the
from
whole
up
rack
here,
off
though.
his back.
Listen.
He'll drop
I
it
could
from
be
up
in the
here, you just
office.
like,
I could be in the office. Don't even see you come in here and hear blam. Fucking Shaka.
Moving
Nigga
big
Shaka.
boy weight,
God
can't be
damn.
gentle with it.
Nigga Shaka. I don't even say nothing. Me and Dev look at each other.
bad,
What we
man.
gonna do?
No,
I be trying to be quiet on the racks over there on
Yeah.
the manuals. I be trying to be quiet.
Yeah, I just
you
like-
can't help it.
You be doing your tricep extensions, I'm like, blam.
I said, yeah, it's just a matter before they crack. I don't even give a shit. This is what it is. Let him get his workout on.
Right, he got
good.
the money. Go ahead.
No, but that's how I know. Because everybody else, I'm running out of, yo, you see that sign? Stop slamming the shit, man. Stop slamming it. I don't care who you are. You the only one. I'm like, that is Shaka. Let him go. He be all right. But other than that, I guess we got to get to the tough conversation now. We done paint this picture of you being a great gentleman and great to society and all the kids out there look up to you, but we also got to do what we need to do. We already talked about it. For me, I'm not big on beating you up when you make a mistake because everybody is human. First of all, I can't judge nobody because of who I am. Things I went through life and
Made a
had
lot
to
of
go
mistakes.
through. I made a gazillion of mistakes. The only thing, like we talk, well, where we go from here?
Yeah.
What we not gonna do is keep beating. That shit is over and done with. I ain't gonna ask you why it happened. You told me what happened.
Yeah, I
I'm
called
going off of that. You called me.
used the called my sister. I called my cousin. I called you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in that order, I called my sister. She went through her emotional stage, but you and my cousin was on the same page. Like, all right, where we going?
Where we going from here?
Right,
All right.
you know.
So I can't beat you up on mistakes. We got to figure out how to never make this mistake again. And what mistakes, consequences come with that, and it's just part of life. If I don't do certain things, guess what? I'm gonna get tagged with this. If I don't pay a bill or whatever and they cut it off, I can't get mad at nobody because I didn't pay the bill, but I wanted to party instead of paying the bill. Well, consequences come with everything that you do.
Right.
And we're in
Live
that
with the
phase.
decisions you
Yes. And like I told you before, we're not gonna harp on this shit. We got to get to the get back. The last thing we need to do is sit around, go, woe
And
is me,
mope and
and
cry.
mope.
Yeah.
And then when we go back, we have not come back improved or anything.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into it. Gambling.
Right.
I'm gonna let you tell your story, bro. I'm gonna let you go and spin it any way you want. Feel free. Don't hold nothing back. Whatever how you feel is how you feel. You know, we don't care.
You know the worst part about all of this?
What's that?
I'm a cheapskate. So
I'm gonna show you how. Let me show you how cheap he is. How much?
It's like $20.
You got $20, bro.
Yeah. It's funny. Don't get me wrong. It's funny because it's like, damn,
Yo, this boy
like
is cheap.
Away, and I know a lot of people gonna pass their judgment. It is what it is. But you know, I'll tell people this: when you going through stuff, stop fighting alone.
Yeah.
My second year started off the worst way possible. My childhood brother, like somebody, you know, you think about people that's not gonna pass away, that's gonna be with you till y'all both in wheelchairs. He got killed abruptly, you know, a few weeks after his birthday, and I never really dealt with that trauma. His daughter never got to meet her. That was a different type of pain. I lost over 10 friends in college alone. You know, that earlier that year, like my freshman year, my boy Debo got killed. You know, I just seen so much death, but I don't know what it was about him that really just struck me different. Like everything about me I lost that happiness in life.
Yeah.
You know, I forgot what it was like to be happy after my brother died. And a lot of stuff I go through in life, he was somebody I just call and just give me that reminder of what I'm fighting for. Give me that reminder of what I'm talking to about. And losing him, I don't understand why I didn't lean on the rest of my brothers, the rest of my friends, the rest of my family, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And it kind of just snowballed. And going through what you're going through in the NFL as a guy who's trying to make a name for himself and carve out a role, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's painful, lonely nights. You're kind of stuck in a repetitive behavior when it comes to sports. Everything's a schedule. And it just felt like nothing was changing for me. And I think self-sabotage is real. Going through the season, playing less and less and less, and abusing substances and stuff, you know, I wholeheartedly told people, I told the NFL, like, I own up to what I did, but I really don't remember ever placing a bet. I don't. To this day, I don't. I can't remember the night they told me that it got placed. Like, I was in disbelief. I couldn't believe it. Like,
So you don't even remember it.
On my niece, mother, mom, dead father, I don't. I couldn't tell you the night. Like, most of my nights felt the same. You know, just go to work, come home, watch film, do what I'm gonna do. You know? And when you drown yourself in pity and sorrow and shit, you make bad decisions. You know, you make unconscious decisions when you abusing substances, and it cost me. It's cost me a year of work. It's cost me my reputation, because up until this point, like, my name been clean.
Right.
When you bring up Shaka, like, people gonna have their gripes, but they gonna have utmost respect for me. They gonna say my character is a good character.
One thing I will say, preparing for this interview, when I Googled your name, it's like everything came up about betting.
Yep.
Yeah.
People, it's like all my history, anything I've done before, all the good stuff I've done, that's
like
all
a race.
people care about now.
But like I had to like literally go and be
you
like,
gotta scroll it. You gotta hit a couple pages to find something good about me.
right.
That's
And
why-
it's like I had to go to like actual Penn States and then look at your accolades and then go and be more specific in my search, because if I just put Shaka Toney, it's going to come up your bio, and then after that, it's going to be like sports betting suspended, and it's like that for all the way down until I started to actually go and do more research and dig.
But that's why it was so important to read your stats off. What you did in high school, what you did in college.
Yeah. I mean,
Because
for me, it's just
a lot of that'll get wiped away of
one
painting the
mistake.
picture as a thug.
One mistake.
Right.
You know, like I like what Wallow said. Like when he was talking about like he met a young bull. He met or his something like that. I forgot how it went, but basically it was like 5 minutes. A 5-minute crime cost you 20 years of your life.
Yeah.
Right.
Or a 30-second or a 10-second decision, 30-second decision can take your whole life away from you. And for me, it was like this one moment, like it affected me deeply, and I had my woe is me moment. And honestly, I thought about my boy Journey Brown. Anybody that's a Penn State fan, they know who the heck Journey Brown is. Turn on the Cotton Bowl 2019 and you'll see. His career was cut short, well, because of COVID. I think because of COVID, but I know he stopped playing around that time. And I'm just like beating myself up because I made mistakes in my life, but this felt like a lesson where it was like God was sitting me down, humbling me, and I didn't understand why, because how many times I've been humbled in life,
Right.
and I didn't do nothing wrong. I tried to do the right thing, and I still like got which we would call a short end of the stick. And in this moment, I was in the gym, like I'm pacing, and I couldn't focus. I just thought, like, damn, like I got to put on an NFL jersey and a helmet for 2 years, and you don't realize how good you got it until you lose shit. People say that all the time, but realizing, like, dang, I'm about to lose football. Like, this is a good chance I might have played my last game. Like, you be so ungrateful until you realize, like, that's happening. And thinking about somebody like him, like, bro, my boy never got to play. Like, he never got to put a helmet on, and he should. Yeah. And it's a lot of people that never got to put a helmet on, and they should. And you got to be grateful. Yeah. You can't think about what you don't have, what you don't got going on in the NFL or any type of profession. What you don't have, you got to think about what you want, how you going to go get it. Right. And you got to have the right mindset every day. And I felt like I was able to have the right mindset in the building, but I went home. I stopped losing that confidence. I lost my confidence. I wouldn't even watch my own film. Yeah. Like, I would just watch everybody else's and learn because I just was so unconfident in myself. And now I done got to a point where it's just like, if people like him can't play, you can't be ungrateful that you did get to play. Yeah. And from that moment on, like, I kind of just snapped out of it. And then, you know, being with you, it's kind of really helped me along because I was depressed. I've been depressed for a while. Like, my time at Penn State was full of turmoil, like ups and downs. Yeah. And it was more downs than ups. Yeah. Like, especially for stuff that had nothing to do with football. So just not finding a place of happiness, it really can put you in a different type of mind frame. And you really got to stop and think about people who are less fortunate than you. Yeah. And I felt like I lost that side of me. And that's what led me to be here today. Like, just, you know, begging, hoping that I get another chance, honestly.
I think sometimes we also take for granted that sometimes we think we could never lose football.
Facts.
Because it's always been there.
Facts.
Ever since like a young boy, it always been there.
Yeah.
So now when you get in a situation like this and somebody actually take the one thing that you always been good,
I took it away from myself.
Yeah.
So it's like, it felt like even worse.
Right.
Like, it wasn't like I wasn't good enough or I wasn't skilled enough or incapable, I wasn't smart enough. I did this to myself.
Right.
So fighting that battle in itself, I'm still fighting that every day right now. Like, it's hard for me to watch games. Like, I really get down on myself.
Yeah.
Like, I beat myself up. And I got people like G, I got people like you, Dove, and everybody tell me, like, you gonna get back. But it's just like, damn, like, you say you, like, I shouldn't be here, and it's my fault.
All right, well, I gotta stop you. You gotta let that shit go, bro. You gotta let it go.
I would say I have forgiven myself,
yeah,
but it still hurt me because it's like, damn,
all right,
I gotta keep fighting.
That's why when he first got here and the NFL season started, one of the questions I asked him, like, bro, you cool?
Yeah.
Because I know right now it's gonna affect you the most because if you're not watching games, your brain is still gonna think like, damn, I should be playing.
So I gotta stop you. You gotta stop beating yourself up. You gotta let it go. Okay, that's our conversation. What's next? Right now, mentally, I need you on what's next. You see what I'm saying? I need you on what's next. I don't need you. We done did that time. That time is over. You're almost like a person that did jail time, got out of jail, and now you're still holding on because I was locked up. People gonna look at me this way. Bro, you did the time already. We done with that. You gotta, it's what's next we on now. Shit, what's next is when I get back in the lead, that same fire I had to dislike quarterbacks, it's the same fire I'm going to put back on them.
If not more.
I'm
about to go crazy.
It's like you're so, if they even turn the heat up, you might just explode.
Yeah.
Because you got so much fire up underneath you. You see what I'm saying? So you got to get off of that. It will hold you. Self-sabotaging, that's part of it right now. You got to let it go. Look, man, the world will know. You betted on a game. It was a cheap bet too. $20 bet.
Did you win?
I'm glad you didn't win.
I'm glad you didn't win. I didn't win either.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't win.
I didn't win.
But no, seriously though, all jokes aside, you gotta let it go, man. It's time. We about to get reinstated again.
Yeah.
The last thing we need to do is go back with the same mentality. So now what I'm seeing and what you're saying is if they don't play me in the game again, it may be a good chance
I
out.
feel like mentally I've grown though.
Good.
Cause it's like I don't feel like that no more.
Good.
You know, I seen a quote, I forgot who it was, but he basically great player too. I think of maybe Manu Ginobili just talking like he was like, if you're not doing enough in practice where coaches look stupid, they look like they should lose their job for not playing you, you're not going hard enough.
Yeah.
And I've promised myself like I like taking care of my OGs, like, you know, but coming back, I don't got no friends.
Yeah.
You know, I'm on a different type of wavelength now where I kind of had this too cool demeanor on the football field. I'm gonna turn up.
Please do.
But I had a demeanor where it's just like, I gotta win at every play.
Yeah.
And I feel like the less and less I played in NFL, I've gained that more. And now I just feel in my bones like,
fire.
like I need it. Like
fire
I need
back.
everything.
Yeah, the
Where
fire's back.
You, as a football player, I kind of understand like leaning on my teammates shit now. No, now I want to make every play.
Yeah.
And people like, well, you should always feel like that. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of guys in the NFL don't feel like that.
No.
A lot of guys in
We
sports
hear all
don't
the
feel
time
like that.
people
like
take
me,
plays
I'm
off.
somebody, like, I thought you had to pick and choose your moments. But you don't.
No. Every moment
You
is
need every
yours.
fucking moment.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, I always have that thought process. If I didn't start, I didn't make a ruckus, because I learned from sitting on the bench to finally getting your number called. I bitched and complained so much on the bench about, God, you got this guy in here, he ain't better than me, that I took myself out the game. That when I got out there, I fumbled. Damn, I just put myself under the bench. So then I took the process. You know what?
That happens often. People,
Yeah. You get
ain't
so
gotta
far
put no
out of it.
name. People be hating on each other.
Yeah.
And if you told Gross Matos, ask him.
Yeah.
Ask him that I ever hate on him. When he got the job, we competed, I got hurt, he earned it. Ask him that I ever hate him. I don't.
You know what? You know what I say?
I'm somebody. If it's a big ass pie, I just want my own slice.
There you go.
It ain't
I
got
just
to be the
want- I
biggest
just want
slice.
what's mine.
Give me my motherfucking slice.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna eat that bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I be feeling.
I always had that. If you set me down, I always said, when I get in there, I'm
You
gonna
never
make
gonna-
it so hard for you to pull me out.
Yeah. That happened to me my sophomore year in high school.
Yeah.
I got benched. And then from there, I sat that whole season mad, seeing
Damn.
people that play. That whole
You'll
season.
start soaking real
Oh,
quick.
wait a minute, wait a
You'll
minute.
start soaking real
I didn't
quick.
soak though. I just got,
soak.
I made plays.
You
Don't do
never
that.
got benched in high
Don't do
school,
that.
right?
Don't do that. I got benched in high
I
school.
never got benched in high school. I'm just saying.
I was playing a position I never played before,
Damn.
D-back, got burnt.
My man
They
stinks.
sat me down. They sat me down, but I started over a lot of like upperclassmen,
Yeah.
so it was easy for them to plug somebody in.
No, you always got to have that mindset. If you
do.
put me in,
You do, and you got to
you're
tell
never
yourself.
gonna be able to
you
pull
gotta
me
tell
out.
yourself this stuff too.
Right. So
And
every chance I had to play, I
Gotta
was
make it
making
count.
plays.
I'll tell guys,
Special
anybody
teams, all that.
there's a lot of people that's in my role in the NFL. It's only 11 people on the field on one side of the ball. You got to keep telling yourself my moment coming.
Yeah.
Because I told myself that my whole freshman year, and then my second year, I found myself stop telling myself that. And I kind of just started accepting like what's happening to me. And you can't accept that. You can't settle for it. If you want it, you got to be willing to take it every day. And I felt like part of the reason why Washington cut me, because I did step up when they called my number. But at the same time, you got 4 dogs out there in front of you.
Right.
You know, certain shit you can't control. Like, this a business. They all first rounders, and they some fucking problems too.
Yeah.
Like,
I was gonna ask you about Chase
You
Young
gotta
when he got hurt.
understand, like, this how it's gonna go, but it don't mean that this how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And I felt like I lost the understanding this how, like, eventually this is what, like, it's gonna be. Like, you're gonna be somebody that's gonna contribute.
Sometimes-
and using that mentality, like, a lot of stuff, like, self-sabotage of the mind. Like, that's why I really
That's what I'm
was
gonna
going
tell
through
you.
so much. Like,
Sometimes-
sabotaging myself mentally.
Sometimes we get so used to being that dog.
Yep.
We get so used to being the guy, the go-to guy, that when you get to another level, because you know high school is a level,
It's like
college
going
is
from,
level.
it's stream, pond, ocean.
Yeah.
It's like you
That's a good
skip the
analogy.
river
Yeah.
or anything like that. It's the ocean now.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
everybody's a shark.
Yeah.
Every NFL team is literally, it's 32 all-star teams.
Yeah.
Every guy who is a top 10, typically, let's say top 10 player on their team, that's who out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's not scrubs or not disrespectful.
Everybody's good.
Anybody
was
and
the man
everybody ain't
somewhere.
gonna make it.
Right.
You know, like, I remember, like, out of my class that came in at Penn State, me, Miles Sanders, Connor McGovern.
Micah, or you talking
Nah,
your class?
I'm talking about my class. Will Fries, Michael Minute.
You came the same time as Owe. Didn't y'all come out the same
Nah,
time?
they
came out.
Owe and Micah is younger than me. That's what I'm saying. In
They
my
came out with-
class,
Oh,
they came with
your
KP.
I think we
class.
came in 23. Only
Well, he
five
came
of
out with
us.
KP.
Five
No, he
of
didn't.
us went.
He was in the league before KP.
5 of us went, and then me, Micah, and Connor. Like we've all been playing a lot. I know Will got some time to start on the Colts. I love Mike, but I wasn't able to keep up on him. But like, just look at that. You talking about 20-something guys, only 5 went.
Right.
Like you understand, like going from like, oh yeah, I'm the biggest fish in the pond, like I'm that guy. Then now you in the ocean with sharks.
Yeah.
That's like
Where
damn,
everybody
where
is
everybody
good.
is that guy. And
And
understand.
then if you don't have that dog mentality,
Yeah.
it'll affect
Affect
you
you,
because
right.
now you be like, wait a minute, I'm second guessing my skills.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. That's why I always tell people, I don't care who you put in front of me, it got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Right. It
So
could be, it
if
could
I
be
ran the
Michael
ball,
Jordan.
because we the guys in here, we laugh and joke about, me playing running back or whatever, and they would say,
Ray Lewis.
if they put Ray Lewis in front, put him in front of me. I'm gonna fold his fucking shoulder pads and make him touch. So a lot of people get scared off of names and guys that's so much better than them, they take away from what you are.
That's
Yeah,
real in
who you are.
sports.
Yeah.
That's real in sports.
I never did that.
People listen to names
And scare yourself, psych
even in the
yourself
NFL.
right out.
Even in the, I really want to be a GM. So when I watch with a different kind of lens, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I can tell when like certain pass rushers win a rep versus was it him or was it the O-lineman being afraid? Like, I'm watching the O-lineman the whole game and then he do some dumbass shit. He don't kick. He don't want to punch his hands and let him run right past him. He
Right.
was just afraid in that moment because of who he is. Like, I think you having that mentality, I don't give a damn who it is.
Who it is.
It's so vital.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, he put his pants on the same one leg
Same
at a time,
way,
just like
same
you.
way you
And
put
He
your
got dressed in his uniform the same way you did today.
And you being a superstar has nothing to do with
Facts.
me being a superstar.
Facts.
I'm still gonna run hard.
Yeah.
You
Right.
do whatever you got to do, but I'm still gonna bring the wood when I come.
I think people don't understand.
I'm
That's
not
how you
pausing.
make it. That's how you make your name. I be letting him live.
He be getting it, bro.
He be
I'm not
crazy, but you gotta let him live. I think
not
people
pausing.
don't like. I tell people you don't realizing how, that's how you build a name.
Yeah.
If you don't like, I always tell people like Khalil Mack versus Ohio State. I feel like that was the game that made him a first rounder. That made him who he was. He didn't give a fuck about none of that.
Nothing.
And he went out there to destroy Ohio State.
Yeah.
And then look what happened to him. He
That's how
took
you
off
gotta
after
be.
that.
Right.
That's how you got that mentality every day.
A lot of people don't see the like late round people and how they become like superstars. Of course, you hear about the Tom Brady's and all that stuff, but then you got somebody like
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown, Kelsey, who's probably the best center in the league now. They all like late round picks, but y'all got to come in and work so much harder than the first round because they're going to get the opportunities.
That's the business though.
Yeah, but
mean-
you got to make every opportunity count.
Yeah.
So if you got 2 reps, that got to be your best 2 reps, and then next
Gotta be
week.
Super Bowl reps.
Exactly.
I get it, right? But if you're a dog, it's just who you
bro.
are.
I
It
think the
is
beauty
who-
about
it's
the
who you
NFL
are, but
is like
If you don't get a chance to showcase it,
Yeah, I get it.
I
I get
think
it.
the beauty of the NFL, they care to a certain extent because the NFL, they move off of people quick. And
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're younger and cheaper, they're going to give you that person job if you go out there and take it.
Yeah.
Like they won't harbor about it or nothing because they'll find it as a mathematically, all right, you worth this, he worth this, he doing 85% of what you do. As a backup, we give him a starting job
Kinda
and
like
teaching him, put some more resources in
Brock
him.
Purdy
Now we
situation
gonna get
with Trey
everything.
Lance.
You look at Trey Lance, it's like they kept trying to give him every opportunity in the world, and his career not over.
Right.
But Brock Purdy just kept coming in, punching that clock, and the opportunity came, and he sprinted with it.
Right.
You know, he never looked back, and that's just how it goes in the NFL. So being that late round guy, your work ethic just has to be insane.
Yeah,
And your mindset
just
has
think
to be
it-
insane because you
Yeah.
a special
I
team
think
guy at
you're
first.
dogs at the end.
Yeah, it's dogs.
It's
I
dogs
get
at
that.
the
nothing
end.
but
I
dogs.
get that.
Yeah.
But the opportunity to show it. Like if you don't take advantage of that opportunity,
That's
your
a
2
fact.
reps, and you stink it up,
That's a fact.
and then
But-
they sit you down.
Yeah.
I don't
you-
think dogs is going to do that. I don't think dog.
I'll
I
tell you
agree.
wholeheartedly-
Hold on.
I'll
I
tell you
agree.
wholeheartedly,
I
majority of
agree
guys
what you're
that I
saying.
Yeah.
That they need to get that opportunity. But
Right.
if you're a dog, when you get that opportunity, it's on.
I'll tell you wholeheartedly.
It is on.
Most late round guys, you may go out there and fuck up the play, but you going out there 100 miles per hour.
100 miles.
That's very few times I seen a late round guy or a guy that don't have a lot of opportunity go out there and shit the bed.
I wanted to ask you, like,
they'll fuck up like plays, but as far as the effort and all
They
of that
blew that shit
shit,
out
they
the
gon'
water.
Yeah, like I wanted to ask you about when Chase Young got hurt. So you got thrown into the fire faster than you thought he would. Through you would.
I got a couple games where I got some reps. It was still more. They was like managing me as like a pass rush guy. And
Exactly.
Stuff. You know, understanding your role. But I felt like, you know, I was already in that role at Penn State.
Right.
You know, I was smaller, so my D-line coach was like, listen, you gonna be the person go in there and get a sack. Like you gotta go in there and make something shake, and you only gonna get about 5 to 8 third and 8s a game. Guess what you gonna do with it? And so I already had that role, so it was easy for me to embrace it
Right.
and understand. Like I've been here before.
Because I'm about to say that mindset.
That's what hurt about this whole thing is that the stuff I've been going through the NFL, I've been there before, but you psych yourself out and make you feel like, oh no, this a whole new type of adversity and stuff, and it's not. A lot of stuff we go through in life be repeat situations, just in a different, you know, just in a different scene, different
like,
shape or form, and you gotta find the common ground of, oh, this is how I done been. This is what I've been through. This is what happened to me during that situation, and I gotta learn from it.
Hard
and
times is
I
hard
already
times.
done learned from it. Yet I didn't use the lessons I've learned in my situation, and now it's like I'm just praying for another opportunity so I can show that like I truly have learned, like that. I'm grateful, I'm humble, and that this is what I want. You
Bro,
know?
this interview gonna do it. This interview gonna do it, buddy.
They ain't gonna watch this, John.
Hell, don't shit. We
They
gonna
ain't
fuck
gonna
that.
watch this, John.
She said they gonna watch this joint.
They ain't gonna watch
Please,
this.
shit up.
People hate
Hey,
me
yo,
right now. I ain't about the podcast.
Nah,
People just
fuck
hate
that.
me.
No,
we gonna put a
people
smiley
hate me,
face with a
man.
frown over top of his head now. It's done.
People hate me. They gonna be like, oh, it's the
No, I don't know
gambling
about
guys.
Nah, bro. It ain't that deep.
That's
It ain't
that's
that
the one thing that we wanted to do. We wanted to showcase who you are as
Yeah.
a person, because I was having a conversation and they talking about like, oh, people that gamble and got suspended, they greedy, they this, they that, and I'm like, that's not even the situation.
Yeah.
Like you don't know
It
that
wasn't about
person's-
that for me at all.
Exactly.
It wasn't about the money at all. Honestly, I know it wasn't. Cause like if
You
it
would've
was,
bet more than $20.
I'd have bet more than $20. You know what I'm saying? I'd have bet way more than $20. If it
So when
was
it
about
comes
the
down
money.
to it, I'm like, yo, they got a lot of
Consciously,
the general
unconsciously, I
public
know I
got
would have.
a lot of general public got this concept of like, oh, their life is like the best ever. You know what I mean? He's in the NFL. Like, what do you have to complain for? But they don't understand.
There's some real problems that come with being in this job field.
Not only that, you still got human problems.
Human
too.
problems the human problems be tough, especially with the relationships.
Exactly.
You know, you talk like me. I'm fortunate. My college roommate, like I said, Miles Sanders. So him already being in the NFL, his mom, our family so close. His mom prepped my family for what it was. What's the money really like? What's the taxes like? What you need to do with this? If you need to do this or how you want to X, Y, and Z.
Right.
My family already understood.
Yeah.
So when we got there, stuff like that didn't affect me. It was stuff like the outside relationships. It was stuff in the like my job, like me not feeling like I'm living up to my own expectation. That's what affected me, and like that's one of the toughest parts of it. Like you still human. Like
Right.
the stuff that affects y'all affect us too, and people like everybody like money solve specific problems, but they don't solve all of them.
Like if you're not happy
If you're not happy, you're not
without
gonna be
money,
happy.
you're not gonna be happy with money.
You're not gonna be happy because you don't have true, genuine happiness. Like you're gonna be able to buy stuff, and it's gonna give you a euphoric feeling for the time being.
Right.
But eventually, you're gonna get to the point where it ain't enough. It ain't nothing else to buy, and now it's like I'm still not happy.
Well,
Now-
I'm glad you said that.
What?
So I'm gonna go back to the NIL deal where he was saying,
Come on, bro.
Wait, hold on, he just nailed it. After a certain amount of money, after you buy certain things, you don't buy nothing. So the guys in the NIL,
I'm not arguing happiness with NIL. It's not what I'm
here we go. Here we go. You hear him? He
Bro,
can change the whole thing
I'm
up.
not arguing NIL.
What I was saying
I'm
was-
gonna ask Shaka, if
Go ahead.
you give a young boy a shit ton of money and you don't put no parameters around him of like how to spend, use, and you just give him say 50 grand for showing up at this event,
Mm-hmm.
the average young boy gonna take that 50 grand and fuck it up.
Most of them, yeah.
Yes.
Going
So
back,
hold on.
going back to school,
Go ahead.
like my first time, like NIL happened right after I left.
Yeah, no.
Remembering my teammates what their cars looked like before,
Yeah.
and then coming back and seeing what their cars look like after.
Yeah.
I was like, damn,
Now-
y'all fucking this money up.
So
Yeah.
hold on.
Everybody iced out.
Oh, he's
people got
nailing it.
on-
He's nailing it for
But
people.
no,
Here,
it's not that-
watch this.
My teammates, they watches. I'm
Watch
like, bro,
this.
I'm like, the first thing I said was like, y'all know y'all gotta pay taxes, right? A lot of them didn't understand that, and schools are saying they teaching them and all that. Agents are saying they teaching them all that, but
Fucking that
they
money.
really don't
Yes,
understand. Like,
they're
yo,
fucking- I
these
don't
people,
disagree.
the government gonna come for their chicken.
Yes.
Exactly.
So
and they
what I'm
don't,
saying,
and they'll wait. They'll let you pile up that debt before
A lot
they
of
come
these
get
kids
you.
not going to the pros, bro.
okay, but
That's
this
true
is
too.
we talking
They
about.
should live it. In my opinion, if you know you're not going to play football, put some of that chicken up.
Yeah.
Also live your
But
life.
we said that.
No,
we said all that.
that's
What
why I
I'm
said
saying is
financial
the ones,
advisors.
We said that too.
Yeah,
he
I
just
said
told
that.
you they got
You
it.
didn't say that. You said fuck the money up. So when you get the big check, you don't fuck that one.
No, what I
get
said
that,
was
but that's going to be the
what I
small-
said was when they get this money now with the NIL deal and they start buying cars. I said the reason why I think it's good because when they take this NIL money and they buying the cars, they buying the houses, they buying the chains, and they seeing how they fuck it up. When they get the NFL money, how many more houses are they going to buy?
I think that could be true because
How
if
many
you
more
understand
cars is
that-
they gonna
you
buy?
understand that, oh, I lost this, I spent this money X, Y,
Yes.
and Z. Now it's like, all right, I already learned for you. It's basically learning.
How many
it's
people in the
learning
pros that
mistakes
go broke?
earlier.
How many NFL players? I should have did my research if I knew he was going to bring
You know,
this up.
I feel like
how
them
many
numbers.
NFL players
I
go
feel
broke?
like
80% of them.
Them numbers.
Huh?
I feel like
80%.
I feel like
Exactly.
nowadays a lot of guys are truly understanding their money now, and also the NFL implemented the system where paying bi-weekly and it go through a whole year. So it's hard pretty much to go broke. If you going broke, that pretty much means you really just don't give a damn.
Right.
Because they really teaching us now. They bring I got the lady, her name NFL credit lady in my context. Like they really bring people in and really teach us about like the money. And it's at this point, it's like if you going broke now, it's an
not the same.
immaturity thing.
NFL.
It's an
you
immaturity
mean?
thing.
You talking about the 1%.
But they're getting ready. They doing it the same in the college.
How many people did you name earlier that went that in your class? 20 people, right?
20. It was like 23, 26. something
Five
like
of y'all went.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
How many in that 20 probably would have got NIL in some kind of form and fashion? Probably like 10, 12, 15. Just to do a showcase.
If it was
With
20
Domino's.
studs, no, all 20 probably would have got NIL deals.
So now look, out of the five,
I'll say 10 to 14 would have got an NIL.
So
Okay.
around-
NIL for sure.
everybody not going to be dogs, right? So when it comes down to it, 10 to 14 players, only 5 went to the pros.
Okay.
You get this kid 50 grand, $1 million, whatever the case may be, right? NFL don't plan out for him. So he never get the financial guidance that he's talking
But
about.
that's not what we was talking about.
No, I'm talking about I was talking about the average kid that's in college and why it's a problem for overall college football. You
not.
talking about the kid that make $1 trillion in college.
That's
but
what
still
we was talking
that's
about.
what you was talking about. That still go to the pros, and then now they got another bag to fuck up. I'm not worried about them. That's why I said the Bronny James and all them, Shador Sanders, they're gonna be good. The Archie Mannies, they're making the money because of their name, and their parents already have parameters around them that they not gonna fuck up the bag. Shador can buy a Rolls Royce and not hurt. The average kid can't do that. So when it comes down to it, you see how Shaka shaking his head? Because I'm right. But so when it comes
not-
down to it,
but
the
we was
average-
not talking
you
about
You gotta
them.
let me finish.
Listen,
no, don't
there's
try to
no
do that,
way
'cause
you
know
get
I'm
paid
proving the point.
millions of dollars
No,
in the
you-
NIL deal and don't go to the league. That's what
That's
we
true.
was talking
Those
That's
about.
not
things
true.
don't correlate.
What if you get hurt?
That's
I ain't
what
gonna
we,
hold you.
that's
All
what
that
we
you
was
said
talking
earlier.
about.
How many people get
So
hurt?
you get
You can't do
insurances.
that.
You get insurance and stuff on your body when you hit that
Yes.
certain pinnacle.
Prime
in college
example.
I
football.
get
Number
that.
73.
Yeah, you
I
get insurance and
understand that.
stuff.
Untaxed.
I get that. I understand that when you get hurt, insurance on your body, stuff like that. You have another bag coming. However, Bronny James have not played basketball yet at USC.
Yeah.
Got hurt before he ever, his heart situation,
Yeah.
before he ever touched
We
the
had a
court.
kid like that, old lineman. His name was Nana. He
Right.
big boy.
So-
he one of them cornerstone old lineman. He had a heart problem. He couldn't play as soon as he got there.
Right. So when it comes down to it, that touching the field and all that success and not go to the NFL, that is not guaranteed.
I'm still trying
It's
to figure
not-
out what
it's
that got
not
to do with
guaranteed.
I think.
anything.
Are you saying?
'Cause you're
Are you
saying-
saying? Was like how?
I'm saying overall.
How is the NIL affecting the everyday kid that's not gonna go?
He worried about the millionaires. I'm not worried about them. They're gonna be good. What I'm talking about is the little $100,000 that these kids are getting.
You gotta take some,
20,000.
but you also gotta live too. Because
Yeah.
at the same time, that check that you get from going to the NFL, that oh my God money, he not gonna get that.
Exactly.
That 100,000 is oh my God money. It's a lot of
can't
people out
stop
here.
it.
Like you gotta.
I'm not trying to
I would
stop it.
tell
I'm
a
just
young
trying to
boy.
put
I
parameters
would
around
tell them. Break stuff up into percentages. When you get your money, break
Save
stuff
some,
up into percentage.
save some,
I tell people
use this
you
for
take
this,
a
invest
certain
this amount
you
of
take a
money.
certain amount for your savings. You take a certain amount for your lifestyle. Lifestyle is bills,
You can
clothes,
do all that
and
and
food,
still
all that type of stuff.
still
And then
gonna
you take
do
a
it.
little
He
bit of
just said
money
these
to
kids
go
is
enjoy
fucking
yourself.
everybody outside.
You just gotta break the money
Crazy
up.
cars.
They
gotta break the
still
money
gonna
up.
do it, bro. There's no
They
way you
gonna
can
do
stop
it.
that
It's
shit.
I'm not saying that they not
the key
gonna do that,
word.
bro.
The key word with NIL that they need to tie in moderation. Everything need to be done in moderation when it comes to that.
Parameters.
Well, they're gonna cap it anyway, so
I don't think they.
They
The
are.
reason why I
They
don't
can.
think
I just
they
got
can-
off the
the
phone
reason
with
why I
somebody.
don't think
They
they're
great
gonna
cap
cap it is
Yeah.
because at the end of the day,
That shit gonna
you
get out
are
of
an
hand.
employee. Like I was just telling him earlier, I'm like, bro, you go to. I gotta go to class in the morning. I gotta go to practice. I gotta watch film. I gotta recover. I gotta do my homework, and I get up and do the same thing 6 days a week. I'm doing that six or 7 days a week. That's a full-time job.
Yeah.
And I can't get a normal job. So how you gonna tell me how much? How you gonna put a limit
On
on
how
the
much?
amount of money I can make?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
no,
I'm
they're
the
gonna
one
cap
who
it.
doing this.
They're gonna cap it. I just
think
got off
what
the phone with somebody.
What they should have did,
They
they
cap
should
it.
have just
They
put
gonna have
everybody
to.
on a salary.
Parameters. I
You
keep
talk
telling you,
about
they need
it's-
parameters.
They getting billions. Like each conference is getting billions.
Look,
if they would have just put, if they would have, the biggest problem in NCAA is there's no commission. So every conference fighting for themselves.
Yeah.
If they would have all came together and said, this the pot we're gonna put it in.
They've been trying
and
to
every
do that
player
forever.
I don't think they never did a series because they never thought this would happen.
Yeah,
And now
well,
that's why they upset.
Let me
'cause
tell you what
dragged
they
their
just
feet on
did.
it.
They just stopped unofficial visits, schools putting kids in uniforms and posting it. They just stopped that.
They
Damn.
stopped that because
Really?
that was kids.
They just
shit.
stopped it.
That's
so
what-
now,
kid
That's
got
the
an
dream
offer,
scenario.
but-
You think
Yeah,
every
but that's
kid
why.
every kid take pictures. You think
Yeah.
only way you
dads
can
taking
do it.
pictures now.
Listen, it's getting out of control, Shabbat. The only way you can do it if it's official visit.
That's what I was saying. Like kids that go to school
Unofficial.
and that joint
Can't
be
do it.
like they in the Oregon
So
joint be like
that's just
not even
that's just
nice.
part of it now. Why? Because NIL is attacking that. So if I'm a 5-star high school ball player, and let's just say I go to Colorado, take that picture and post it. I didn't even commit. I take and put that uniform on, and Colorado post that. Money is going straight to him. So they great. I'm telling y'all, they great. Stop all this. It's one of those things now. Get it while you can.
parameters.
It ain't that. It's
It
just
is parameters.
It ain't. It ain't about the parameters. It's about they losing control.
The shit would go out of get
It's
out of
already.
hand. Not only for because these kids are getting millions. Like I said, Matt Jones in the league right now making $3 million. Shador making 7 million.
And again, I tell
As a
you, Matt
college
Jones
kid.
throw the ball better. You'll get a bigger contract.
Bro, Matt
can't
Jones
stop that.
and Alabama won a national championship. Shador,
That don't mean nothing.
It-
What you
it
do
does
great
mean
in
something.
no, bro.
that don't mean nothing.
No. What you do great in college
National
has nothing to do with what you
championship.
do in the pros. If they pull that chart up
I think
and
it's
you
a
not,
time. I
a
think it's
natty.
just a time. I think it's just the era thing. Like,
But
I
he
mean,
trying
I'm
to make
happy.
it so
I'm happy
that's his
these young
rookie
boys getting their
contract.
money though, because at the end of the day, that struggle in college is real. And
Yeah.
then, like you said, a lot of people not going. So if you somebody who just an all-time college player, like imagine what Tim Tebow would have got.
I know.
no.
Like his
That's what
his
I've been-
NFL
that's what I
career
was
was
saying.
solid,
Hold,
but his
hold.
college career
they get
was
ready to do that
another
too.
world.
They
You know
about to
what
do
I'm
that
saying?
too.
But
All
they don't.
alumni. Alumni has now the opportunity. They great start the NIL on alumni that went. He great. Everybody great get paid.
That's fine.
Everybody
I'm
could
cool
get
with that.
paid.
They grown, but I'm saying it's 16, 17, 18.
Can't stop it, bro.
I'm not trying to stop it. I'm just trying to put parameters.
You can't
on
put a
it.
parameter on
I,
the kids.
I don't disagree. I agree with you as far as the high school young boys. You shouldn't be handing them type of kids and that type of money.
Yeah, high
because
school kids.
What's the
for
difference?
one, you can't even.
16,
What
I
age can you open a bank account? 18.
18.
Yeah.
If you can't open a bank account, you shouldn't be getting that type of money. Like going to college, I feel like what they can do is just help the young boys understand, like, and put them in. Put like you talk about mandatory classes to teach them about the money, and then also like damn near mandatory, basically give financial advisor to them. Like
I
you
agree
have
with
to,
that.
you have
I
to
said
sign with
that.
a financial advisor.
Roll this
'Cause
on back and
you-
say when I was saying
Because
that.
like the NFL,
Parameters.
I
Put
forgot what it's
financial people
called,
around them.
but like it's like basically like a website or like it's basically something that shows that an entire background of a financial advisor.
Yeah.
They should put that access to kids in college. So now it's like I'm not young boy. He gon' now
I
now you
agree
got a
with you with
motherfucker
that.
to
Don't
tell
do
you
that,
that
bro.
you
Stop
and now you
that.
got a
I'ma
motherfucker
rewind
that
the
can
tape,
tell you
Mark.
how much specifically of the money you could fuck off.
Yeah.
Like me, like I'm not working right now, as everybody know. My financial advisor, I'm straight. Like if I don't want to work, I don't have to work because how much like how he's constructing like me to live a lifestyle that I'm comfortable with. And I'm also, like I said, I'm a cheaper person. Like I'm frugal with myself. Like I spend on a lady or my family. But everything else, when it come to me, I'm frugal, so I'm cool. Everybody not like that, but having somebody tell you no, like I said, like or telling you like this is how you need to limit yourself, I think that's the simplest answer to everything that's going on with the NIL
And
stuff.
that's all I'm saying. A lot of these colleges, they don't have that. That's all
A lot of
I'm
colleges don't have the
saying.
resources to have it though. That's what I'm saying. Commission with the NCAA, that would help. You
Thank
talk
you.
about having
I
and it
agree
don't
with
even
that.
and
shit,
it
bro.
don't
Don't
even
try
need
to
to be
watch
a
this.
governing body
Don't do that.
over like saying like y'all dictating everything. Just the NIL stuff, a representative from each conference saying this how we gonna help our players so that this stop getting out of hand. You know, having that structure is like y'all complaining, but we don't have no structure. Every school is fighting for themselves. And then the conference is fighting for themselves. And then now it's like everybody's in their own little individual like war.
Right.
Like some schools is getting donors giving $5-10 million to NIL. Then some schools only getting like 150. So the playing field already unbalanced. The least you can do is make it so that they can understand any money that they get.
Right. Because at the end of the day, one, in college, it's going to make it like a pay-to-play kind of situation.
Which it should be.
All the big schools going to dominate the little schools.
That's who fault is that?
It's not about faults. It's just the situation. And then when it comes down to it, you have also me and G had a big debate shock this week about the leverage that college players will have going into the pros, and like their decisions that they'll be able to make because of the money they made in college.
And I'm glad
for
he brought
example-
that up.
See, you gotta explain that one to me. 'Cause
So what I mean by that-
the NFL, that shield, it's all about the shield. Don't
He said the
nobody
same
care
thing.
about the
I'm trying to
individual.
I
tell
get that.
you,
I
bro.
get that.
Nobody
I'm
bigger
try-
than the shield.
But
Thank you.
imagine
Shannon Sharp said that was the realest thing
Thank
I
you.
ever heard. Nobody bigger than that
I
shit.
told you, bro.
I know that. This is what I mean though. You're gonna get a crazy kid, like crazy generational talent.
Don't
like,
mean nothing.
Imagine Tim Tebow coming out. No, I'm gonna get somebody that's like actually panned out, like generational talent coming out. I was using LeBron James, but I feel like I gotta use it for football.
Doesn't matter. That shield is
you
different.
go-
Aaron Donald.
There you go. A crazy Aaron Donald coming out. Everybody want him. And then he may say $10 million while playing 3 years at Pitt. $10 million making 3 years at Pitt. He saved most of it. He's sitting on $10 million. Going into the draft, they say, we want to draft you to, say, the Cincinnati Bengals. He don't want to go there, though, because he not there for the money no more. He just like, all right, if y'all want to draft me, y'all don't have to. It's not about the money for me right now. So I'll pass on this.
Bro. the
Somebody
risk-
else can pick him up later on
The
whenever he
risk of
See
that
people
happening.
people have passed, Eli Manning and Phillip Rivers.
Thank
But you know the thing
Imagine
about
having money
the thing
now.
about that though,
not
you
gonna
talk about Deion. What he say? Some team called him.
I'm not playing for y'all.
That's cool, but you know
still
It's
gonna
a
get
that
picked up.
stuff.
It's a big
That
risk.
stuff, but it's still the NFL.
the
like
NFL, bro.
like your
Bro,
money,
I'm telling you,
as a
bro.
rookie slotted, and it's like.
I don't need the money now because I just.
But
made
that's the
$1
thing though. It's
trillion.
like what do you get by letting like, oh, I'm not gonna play for you. I'm not gonna play for you. Like you
Picked
can't
up by
in the
somebody
NFL.
else.
So this is how it is with the NFL. I don't understand how the Phillip Rivers Eli Manning joint happened, but it's like
Eli
you
said, I don't
can't
wanna
just
pay for
keep
them.
telling every team I'm not gonna play for you. You
I
can't.
mean,
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
wanna
tell
play
him
for the
that.
Chargers.
You can't
That's
do
what
that.
So what I'll tell you,
yeah,
what I'll
happened
tell you,
already,
what I'll tell you,
though.
the
Yes,
difference
once
with the
in a blue.
NFL is
Exactly,
they'll
but I'm
come up
saying,
with a
like, if you
rule.
got money, it
They'll
happen
come
more
up with a
often.
rule so quick to combat a kid like
told
that,
him that.
like playing around, like oh. oh, we drafted you, we did our homework, you're not gonna come play. They're gonna figure out a way to.
told you that.
They're basically gonna figure out a way to like, oh no, that's over with. The NFL, it's the shield.
It's the shield.
You're not
You
gonna
can't
come
beat
in
'em.
here and run the show. We've been doing this 100
And see,
years.
you talking about Eli
you
Manning.
saying-
do it.
You
you
got to
saying
remember,
it can
Eli
happen.
Manning pop is so deep into the NFL. Of course they're gonna
Think
let
about
that
how
do that.
long ago that was.
Deion did it.
Think
Bro,
about how long ago that
bro,
was.
try
look at
it.
how,
Try
look at
it.
how far and
Try
few it is.
And look how much more money they making.
Once college kids
Bro, it ain't
get
gonna happen.
understanding as far as
not
like
gonna
I
happen.
have
Can't-
money,
you can't
give
basically
me
you can't
whatever.
say
Here's
This how you
another
gotta
problem.
play for you.
So
I gotta sign a
this how you
contract.
got
I
this
don't
how you
have
got
to
to think
play for
right.
you.
This is why you talk about the draft. You can't be like let's say like you can't say, oh, I'm only gonna play for the Chiefs. No, the NFL not hearing that. What you
get
mean?
that.
What you mean? If the Ravens pick you, you going to the Ravens. You're not going to pick and choose. Like now, if the Chiefs want to trade for you, that's different. But you're not going to sit here. And if the Chiefs don't want you, then what? You saying,
I
oh,
go
I want to go
somewhere
there.
else.
Can't
But if,
go nowhere.
And the thing
Somewhere
about it, a
going-
generational
Can't, bro.
talent.
No,
If
it's
they
not
already
that
got,
way.
if they
If
already
I'm
got a
him.
player there that they want,
That's what I'm trying to
and,
explain to
and now
him.
a team like, oh,
But they
well,
can get me for cheaper.
But now this would come in. You talk about forcing the team you want to go to, forcing them to trade. The people that they got to give up to get you.
What did I
That's
say that?
stuff like that. And that's why
I told you
that
that.
won't
I said,
work.
bro, they gonna
You
have to give
can't-
up too
so like
much.
If
Aaron Donald, like, oh, I only
I'm
want to go
trading
to the
whoever
he
is
like,
my
I only want to go
second
to the
D
Chiefs.
tackle
The Chiefs
for
not.
him.
You're gonna
but
get fired.
Who
No,
the,
you're
who the
not,
hell
'cause
is
it's
going to say
Aaron
I'm just
Donald.
taking that second D tackle though?
No,
The other
it's not
team,
a-
the team that drafted if AD.
What you want,
If AD got drafted by the Ravens, and he's saying I only want to go play for the
Rams
Chiefs
or
the
whatever.
Rams or whoever.
Right.
The Ravens, what they gonna ask for is equivalent for what he is.
You can-
and if a
you can
team,
my next
but a
round,
team,
first round
but you look
pick.
at draft day
That's a
trades
steal.
happen. But you talk about like the whole you going to demand of that team. Now you gutting teams for a kid that ain't played. Stuff
Yes.
like that just can't happen.
Now, what if you get out there
It's
and do all
dysfunctional.
that and you turn out to be a
and then what if
bust?
you a bum?
They
That's
already
what I'm saying,
gamble
stuff
and
like-
bust all the time.
No, they
DeMar-
don't.
Nah,
bro,
trade
they
up.
don't.
Not
No,
when
they
it
don't.
not when it
Two or three
not when it
draft
comes
picks
now you
just
talk
to go
about getting
get.
held hostage to trade. You talk about when
Yeah.
you trading up, you typically trading up for a specific kind of player. So you either trading away assets or abundance of something that you have. Like Washington, we got 4 D linemen. If they wanted to trade up and take out somebody, a team's going to call for one of them because you have an abundance of them. You can't be like
You're a quarterback. There's no abundance for a
there's no
quarterback.
abundance in the quarterback. So like, if he's a generational quarterback, who's to say if the Ravens already got Lamar Jackson and you're
talking about D
you're a
tackle
quarterback and
right now.
you
They
say,
call
oh,
it
I don't
dime
want
a
to play for
dozen.
them, I want to play for so and so.
Not
If the
Aaron
team
Donald.
don't want your quarterback, if they don't want that piece, then what? Now you just sitting. Now you sitting in
So,
purgatory.
here's
or
the
if the
piece.
team don't have the
I do you
assets
one
to
better.
swap it out, then it's not going to
I
happen.
do you one better.
They
It's
traded
not
a coach.
It's not back in the day where
People have
because
traded
you're the
coach.
first pick and you're a D tackle and I already got 3 D tackles, I'm gonna take you. No, now they're picking for what they need.
Yeah.
They always do that though.
No, they didn't. Back in the day, if you had 2 starting quarterbacks, I just picked one. You was the hottest player. I didn't even need you, but I'm gonna get you.
When they do that.
What, dude?
When they do that. Go ahead.
Dude, they've been doing. They
When?
stopped. They just stopped that shit in like the last 10, 15 years. They was always drafting people.
Darn sure. People
Bro,
were stockpile.
They was drafting. They was drafting you just because you was the number 1 pick. They just stopped doing that shit.
Ain't no
Now I need you. Yeah, look it up. You always think I'll be making shit
People
up.
stockpile
always making
talent.
shit up.
NFL stockpile talent all the time. Where you'll take a position that you don't need, but you know that you know he good. So it's like I can't look at the Eagles. They past couple of drafts, in my opinion, they didn't need D linemen, but they kept taking them. Why? Because it's like you don't pass up on people that's that talented.
That and you know your team getting older.
Even still, you talk about did they need a D lineman right now? It's probably other stuff that they needed more. But you
it's
talk
like,
about if
if
Jalen
I
Carter,
got- if
if
I
I'm a
need-
GM,
if I need
Jalen
a
Carter sitting
receiver
right there, you don't pass up on
And I
Jalen
have
Carter.
generational talent right there. I'm gonna take the generational talent.
He's gonna
Mainly
get fired as a GM quick.
No, you're gonna take the generational talent. That's what.
But what
you're
if you
saying.
don't need it?
What if you don't need it?
They did it with Jalen Hurts. Second pick overall.
second round.
Second round. Yeah. So
Who was the first pick?
they had Carson Wentz at the time.
Oh my
Was
God,
supposed
the
to be-
alcoholic. I kept
That's
telling you
crazy.
he
That's my
stink.
man. Chill out.
That's your man. I
That's my
kept
man.
telling you, yo, you stink.
That's my
Yeah,
man.
but
I've been
no, but
telling
you have
everybody
to-
from
you
day
have
one.
to
But do
understand
we
something.
stink?
At that time, Eagles.
That's a
Disagree.
loyal friend.
I disagree.
At
It
the
ain't
time-
about being loyal. You talk about the numbers
stink.
when we was going through the early on the season. Look at his numbers. It was a lot of stuff that we was fighting in Washington. You know, in my opinion. and he played well. Like, you know, stuff happens in the NFL. And it's hard to win games in the NFL. People don't realize how hard it is to win one game in the NFL. Like, it's hard.
It's hard.
Stuff go wrong.
I do you
like
one
in
better.
the blink of an eye, and I just
hard
felt
to
like
play a
Carson just
division
got to
game.
keep going.
Yeah,
It's hard. Like I tried to
Division games
explain.
are the
A
hardest
division
game.
2 times harder.
Yeah.
I tried to
People
explain to
talk
everybody
about
last night. I
when
mean,
we beat the Eagles
last
when
night.
they was undefeated.
Yeah.
Like everybody, like, oh, I remember, like people like Washington did it. I'm like, yo, y'all don't realize, like, you see somebody more than once,
They know everything.
you
about
know
them.
everything
Oh,
already.
not only do I see you more than once, I seen you over years.
Right.
For years. There's no play in your playbook that I don't
never
know.
seen
Cores in
it.
the, core
That
in
I don't know.
The core in the NFL typically, like, they be together for a while. Like, look at the Kelsey, BG.
The 4.
Yeah.
They've been together forever.
Yeah.
Like, so you done seen him forever. So it's like
There's
no
no
division
position.
games another world.
Yeah,
It's
there's no formation
different
that
type
you
of
gonna
play.
come out that them 4 haven't seen when you playing
Haven't.
the Redskins, the Cowboys. Who else is in that division?
And you got that extra hype because of the fact that
The Giants.
And they-
yeah,
Eagles.
you got
Yeah.
that extra hype because now Eagles NFC division champions
Yeah.
and all that stuff. You trying to take the crown.
Yeah.
So now you get up a little bit more for those games.
So
versus,
last night I was trying to explain to
That's what-
everybody,
like,
like,
I
yo,
mean, you go 6-0 in the division, you go into the playoffs.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
but I was trying to explain to people last night. They was talking about how
Chicago,
Chicago beat the
Washington.
Commanders or whatever, and I'm saying like, yo, that was a different ball game, yo. I said, first of all, the week was super short. On top of that,
People don't realize how hard that is playing on a Sunday.
and then turn around playing on a Thursday. And on top of that, you just went into overtime fighting for your life for a division game.
all that emotion,
Tough,
and,
tough emotional loss.
You had, and when they played, they had not one point in that game could anybody let their hair down.
right.
It was so tense throughout that whole entire game. You could smile for a little bit, but you got to get right back on defense.
Yeah, and
oh
now-
damn, defense just stopped us. We got to make sure we score on offense to keep it close.
And then now on Monday you gotta hop up and try
Yeah.
to do a whole nother game plan for a whole nother opponent. And
In
you only got
3 to 4
you only got
days.
3
People don't know
days.
how hard
Yeah.
that is. Like getting that recovery and the
I said
NFL is
that.
so vital.
Yep.
And now you about to put. You just went to war.
Yep.
You go to OT. Snap count probably 80 plus both sides of the ball, and I don't know. People think the NFL not as physical. It's some different type of
Listen,
animals.
I tell
out
people
there.
all day
There's
long.
some different type of animals out there, and then to play against another set of it's basically like, oh, I went to war in
China.
and
now I gotta
now
go to
I'm about
Russia.
to go to Russia, and I'm about to go to war with them too. It's two different type of war. It's two different type of warfares.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're in two different type of battles. That's tough. That's one of the hardest things I think there is to do in the NFL is play a Sunday and a
then
Thursday
a
night
Thursday
game.
night,
It's
yeah.
a Sunday game and a Thursday night game.
And you know, to even make it more realistic, I tell people they don't get paid enough. And I hear them, oh, he crying over all that money. I said, listen, man, y'all got to realize they don't do 8 hours. They don't practice and play for 4 hours and go home. That shit is 6 in the morning to 7 p.m.
Yep.
That shit is all day.
It's all day long.
football.
Everybody start flooding in the building around 6:30. I'll say 6:30. You know, you got the OGs who be in there at 5 and
Yeah.
stuff. But it's around 6:30, the buildings start coming alive. Like it's half capacity. The whole team probably in there no later than 7:15, 7:20, because meetings start at 8.
That's why I
And
say-
walking in there at 7:45, 7:30, everybody looking at you a little
That's why
sideways.
when y'all come
so
in
your
here,
day
we don't
already
talk
done
football.
started.
Yeah, we don't talk football when y'all come in here because we know y'all
We
deal
talk everyday lifestyle.
right. So
Too much.
Y'all overloaded
Get
with football.
overwhelming.
Exactly. You need somewhere you could come in and just be you
Yeah.
for an hour, 2
So,
hours.
and you know, when I tell
That's
them,
something that
This
you
probably
be,
the
that's
most I ever
something
taught football.
that's something that you be missing. Like me, like I miss having that release, that outlet. You know what I'm saying? When you in the season, it's hard to find an outlet. You know, some guys they have other stuff in their life, and for me, it's my people. Like being able to just sit and talk and not having that access. That's a hard thing to go through. Like you know, NFL, it's different from college. You know, you hang out in the locker room for an hour or two after practice. NFL, everybody going their own way. Some guys going home, some guys going to pick up their kids, some guys in the weight room, some guys eat film, disperse. As soon as practice over, it's like that camaraderie, you lose it. It's like it's really a job.
Yeah.
And you like people, like my college coach say, you gonna crave the college locker room. Like the NFL is so
It's so adult.
It's really being an adult.
It's adult.
And it's like
Yeah.
you talk like people, the demand of it. Like you said, I feel like everybody in the NFL, anybody that supposed to get their money, deserve their money.
Yeah.
Unless you acting like a jackass and you messing up for the next generation, like with like poor behavior, poor decisions and shit like that. You're not learning. You're not trying to do the right thing. You're not correcting yourself and growing as a man. You deserve your money.
Yeah.
So, and it's like them type of hardships and stuff like that. Like that's part of the reason why people deserve their money. Like it's not easy.
Shit.
Like
just
you hear Shannon Sharp, turn on with Shannon Sharp talking about the sacrifice he made
Yeah.
and how bad he was in his life relationship
Yeah.
just to be good in football.
I just was
Like,
talking about that yesterday.
That's a reason for compensation. You damn near isolating yourself and you putting something before you that truly don't give a damn about how you feel. You putting your all into something that once you're done,
can
I
drop,
won't
yeah, it's gonna be somebody else.
it's somebody
right here. So,
when
like-
you're done, we're gonna put another man right in that slot.
Next man
it doesn't love you back.
Yeah.
You can love it as much as you want. Once you're done, it's gonna move on.
that's
And
why
that
I
type
look
of
at
that mental battle, that's a
Brady,
different type of fatigue.
everything right now. Tom Brady year out, he did all that. He lost his marriage and all that stuff. And then now
Sacrifice.
it's just like the league has moved on. Now it's like they're pushing more so Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs, like that.
People
Patriots.
trying to say Pat going pass him up already, man.
Yeah.
I love Patty. Like Patty, one of my
They
favorite
already talking about the
quarterbacks
next
I've
goal.
ever seen.
And I'm like, damn,
You know what I'm
boy,
saying?
he's
But it's
retired.
It don't matter.
He lost his wife. All
don't
that
matter.
stuff
and
was
life
that.
gonna keep
I do
rolling.
you one better,
That
man.
shit is, that's why I said
Listen.
it's all about the shield.
Listen, I
At
do
the
you
end of
one
the day,
better.
the
If you
NFL always going to produce the next guy.
Yes.
Right.
Like if you go all the way back to them running backs, you look at Earl Campbell, what he did to the game of football. He inspired so many guys, Walter Payton, Herschel Walker, inspired so many guys, but their body was so beat up, banged
people
up.
don't see old NFL players. They don't see how banged up their bodies be. You look, a lot of them hunched over.
Yeah.
They got back problems, hip
I'll do you
problems,
one
eye
better.
problems.
Imagine
Look at if you ever see an old lineman or D lineman,
Fingers
old guy,
is
they
jammed like
fingers
crazy.
look crazy.
Yeah.
They be like,
Did y'all watch
like
that
stuck
Kelsey
darn near.
documentary? And they was showing in the beginning, she was like, to see a 30-year-old man like be able to like in aching pain getting out of the bed on Monday morning, trying to get going, can
Can't
barely
pick up
walk.
your kids.
Right, can't pick up the kids, walk down the steps and all that.
I
type
do
of
you
stuff.
one better.
It's a struggle.
When I played, right, it was, let's just say we had a game on Sunday. And if we played like we played, we gave it all. You played on Sunday. You went Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sore as ever.
Yeah.
Thursday, you
finally
just started
started
coming
Just
around.
starting to come around. That's a fact.
And then you
gotta
got-
fight. In Washington, we be saying fight for your recovery.
Yes.
Right.
So by the time you get actually 100%,
It's time to play again.
it's time to play again.
Right.
And it's like, people, I always talk to people about, like, you think about someone like Andrew Luck, how pissed off people was at him. I don't think people understand how hard going through recovery is, like being in rehab for injuries. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're trying to get right just to get back to the point where you feel good. I'm like, that type of struggle is just, like you talk about, he was in that for 3 years. I can't imagine. People don't know how lonely them rehab nights get. I never had a major injury, fortunate enough, but being somebody that was supporting guys through it, that's a different kind of world. It's just you and a trainer every day.
Right.
And not only is that, you're in a different kind of pain, especially if you had to get cut open for something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
And
mental thing.
wondering if you
It's
ever
mental.
really going to get back to that.
I just
player you
saw it.
was.
I just saw it. Aaron Rodgers just was speaking. I was going to talk about it, but I forgot. Remember we had the conversation about what's next for Aaron Rodgers, and we was basically saying it's his mental.
Right.
And he just got finished talking about how his mental is so far deep into getting back to healthy to play again versus, I don't know. So our conversation was, do we think he can do it? And we said, depending on his mindset, if he want to come back, then he's going to go 1,000 miles a minute. If he don't, he going to ride off into the sunset. And the point was, is your mindset of how you got to attack these injuries. And right now he's saying people think, because I think he's in a shoe already.
Yeah.
And they were saying like, this is a miracle. And he's saying, no, it's not a miracle. It's how I had my thought process to hurry up my process of getting healed. So is what you were saying, it's all about mentally how you approach the game when you get hurt. Because if not, that little 6 months will turn into 2 years before you know it.
And everybody in the NFL hurt. That's what people don't understand. Everybody hurt. If you ain't hurt, it typically probably mean you ain't playing.
You ain't playing.
You know what I'm saying? non-contact injuries, contact injuries, everybody,
The 100%
everybody in the
injury
NFL,
rate.
everybody in the NFL fighting through something, some type of
Oh,
pain.
yeah.
So it's like you,
100%
the
injury
mental
rate.
sharpness you gotta have is just, it's unmatched. Like you
Look.
can be a guy, like it can be like as you is hurt or injured. If
Yeah.
you're injured, you typically not pain. If you hurt, you fighting through pain.
Yeah.
And everybody's going through both.
And
You
the
either
worst
one
thing
or the
you can
other
do,
or both.
the worst thing you can do is have that thought of a civilian.
Yeah.
Because right now, while you're playing, you know you're a superhero. But
Right.
once you have a thought of being a civilian, it's a wrap. You can't go back. You can't turn that back on to say, I'm gonna let you hit me.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen. Once you come off of that side, be like, woo, woo side. And they be like, all right, how about one more year? Shit.
Yeah.
You start off like, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you hear, bam, you like, I don't think I want to.
I think I want to go back over there.
I feel good getting up out the bed, not hurt.
I think that's what happened to Gronk when he came back,
Yeah.
played for a little bit, and he was like, "No, I'm done."
Bro, you don't
I think
play
he
no more.
accomplished so much.
You don't play no more.
He
I
took
know I
some.
ain't playing
He
no more.
took some real hits though.
ain't
People,
gonna shit.
you gotta really look. He's
can't
6'7". That target
Yeah.
box was massive.
Yeah.
He took some real hits.
So-
I think with him, just his love and admiration for Brady made a comeback. But he probably was on that side. Like I'm cool.
He's a civilian. Like
People
you,
be asking him now who he play again. He like,
Yeah,
no, I'm
no,
cool, bro.
good.
No, you don't play no more.
No,
You-
I can't
you
imagine.
feel how good does it feel to get out of bed not sore?
I mean, I
Not
still
hurt.
get out of bed sore, but
No, it ain't football sore.
it's not football sore.
It's not
bro.
football sore. Ain't
However,
nothing beat that.
It's one of those things where it's just like when I had the thought process if I wanted to go back and play semi-pro, I was just like, I can't imagine running full speed into somebody.
Dude.
And me being smaller, I got to run into somebody.
Let me
like
tell you,
and
I
be
put
able
the-
to take
when I
my body gonna
retired-
take most of that.
Listen, when I
You probably
retired,
gonna feel a little speed bump and keep that shit moving.
when I retired, the following year, I'm like, all right, cool. I put the cleats on. Was like, woo, baby,
them
I'm
up.
back. And I heard that shit. Kapow, da, da. Yeah, maybe I'm not back. I
Took the
took them
cleats.
shoes off. I took them shoes off fast as quick. Man, I ain't once you become a civilian, you're done.
right.
You're done. I have no thoughts of that. So we got a lot in.
Yeah.
They
My man
telling
didn't
us to
even-
wap it up.
Yeah, my man didn't even do his top 5.
You ain't do your
five for
pod.
what?
You
The
ain't do
pod
nothing.
was betting.
What's
That's-
top 5?
No.
Top
Oh,
5 is
we do top 5. We kind of like pick a subject and go. So last week we did top 5 things that a woman need from a man. So it's only right that we give it from our perspective. Top 5 things that a man need from a woman.
Emotional support.
What? No, we ain't doing that shit.
No, I'm saying. When I say so look. When I say
The one thing
emotional,
about
when I
Shaka, we
say
always say
emotional,
he gonna break that.
when I
shit
say
down.
emotional
It be
support, I mean
serious.
like she gotta have your back. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
okay.
That's what I
No,
mean, emotional support.
100%.
Like a woman gotta be another set of eyes for you. She gotta be somebody that can like when people say hold you down, think of all this crazy shit. Holding somebody down is like when they off or let's say they at 80, you can give them 20.
Right.
That's what I mean by emotional
you need
support.
that.
Like all that stuff tying in together.
Right.
All right, so here we go. Number 5, ambition.
So look, we break it down scientifically and then we give our input.
Yeah. So
we
number
already
5,
got- we
we
already
gonna
got
go
one of yours.
ambition.
You need a woman that's ambitious.
Yes, we want a woman that's ambition. We don't want a woman, say you making $1 gazillion. You don't want her to just be off of your $1 gazillion.
A lot of people do though. A lot of men are comfortable with their wife being a stay-at-home wife. That's what I'm saying. That's not something that I feel like is a need, it's a necessity.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ambition, I don't want her sitting on the side. I get bored with that shit.
Everybody not like that though. Some people like having they shirt ironed and 3
Yeah.
meals a day.
No,
and
that's
all that
cool.
stuff, like a
Alright.
traditional housewife.
Number 4, affection. I need that.
I need that. I'm physical touch.
Yeah, I need to be sitting down and you come over and rub me and hey, babe, how was your day?
Make
And,
you feel good.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
I
need
could agree
that.
with that.
I need that.
Number 4.
Number
affection.
3, which is probably even on everybody's list, communication. We definitely need
I
that.
think that's number 1.
That's like number 3 for me. Because me and my girl, we communicate differently. But I got to learn how to communicate with her the way she needs to. And then she also
That's what I'm
gotta
saying.
know
That's what
how
I'm
to
saying. It's number
communicate
1
with
because
me.
it's a constant battle where affection can just be permanent. Like once y'all got it, y'all got it. I feel like communication is something that's always elevating in your relationship. It's always
might
changing.
change. It can
I
change.
get that,
changing.
but you ain't heard 2 and 1 yet.
Okay,
Number 2, sex. Now, let me break.
that's definitely number 2.
Yes. So what women
So you
need
got
to know.
communication sex.
Yes. What
That's
women
the
what
number
women
one
need to
is
know,
communication.
men don't want sex.
We
We
need it.
need sex.
We need that shit.
That is a fact.
It's a
Do
stress
your
reliever.
research. I don't know where my
Not
camera
just
at.
that, that's
but
how we-
that's how we wired.
connect. Yeah.
That's how we wired. We need it. We don't want it. We need it. Just
Especially if
take
your
it there.
man love language is physical touch, and
Which
all
is
that.
mine. Yeah.
That's one of those things. Like that's how a lot of times how we express
Yeah.
ourselves to you.
Agree? Disagree?
I'd say sex is affirmed too.
Yeah.
Firm
And
too.
number one, and women, y'all have to understand number one. This is why I said don't go off with communication first with number one. You had to hear 2 and 1. So number one is respect.
We had this long
don't-
conversation.
Men don't need love.
We don't need love. We need
respect. I need my woman, my wife,
you
my
damn right.
girlfriend.
You
I
right.
need you to respect
Yeah.
me.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't need
'Cause-
love.
Because honestly, it's a little disrespectful out here on both sides.
I feel bad for y'all.
I feel like it's hard for our generation as a man. It's like for me, like
I
it
feel
don't.
bad
It's
for y'all.
hard as a woman. It's forever
Meanwhile,
hard.
when I
Like,
meet
it's
y'all,
so
he
many.
24.
It's so many trials and tribulations as a woman. But I don't speak for the men that's cornballs, that's weirdos,
we talking
that
about
don't
all
want.
real men.
I'm talking about
Real
men
men.
that handle business and
Yeah.
do right by their woman.
Right. Yeah.
It's hard for us. Like
Yeah.
if you a man that's trying to just do right, finding a quality woman is ridiculously hard because it's like they don't respect you as a man as it is. It's
Right.
like so many dudes, they don't got game, personality, none of that. All they got is money.
Yeah.
So all she respect, it's so many women that only respect money, they don't respect the man no more. They don't even like. They don't care what he do, how he
more so
look,
what he
how
do
he
for
smell,
her,
X,
yeah.
Y, and Z.
Yeah.
They only care about money.
Money.
Right.
And it's like money play a big part. But men that's on a different type of wavelength, that's handling business, you shouldn't be caring about his pockets. You should know that he gonna take care of that stuff regardless. You should
yeah.
care about him.
And the fact-
it's a big disconnect with caring about the actual person. Like people be wanting strangers to do stuff like the craziest things from. It's like I be seeing John. I seen a post. The girl was like, "Our first date should be in Jamaica." I don't want. Why would you want to be? Why would you want to be trapped somewhere with a stranger?
Yeah.
And it's like at that point, it's like
I
you
don't
wasting
even
your
know
time.
your hygiene.
Dang.
I don't even,
It's,
what
you,
the fuck?
you don't know. You stay in a room with somebody, they could have like, what's the halitosis? Like I'm saying,
But
you don't
even-
know nothing about the person.
even-
But people want this type of stuff from strangers, and just like,
No.
and it's men that carry it like that. Like they'd slide in DM, come on, we about to book a fight, and that's cool. I'm not that type of guy.
That's how you
I'm
end
the
up
type of
like
man,
the joint that Future was
when
like,
I like
enjoy
when I
love,
like
cause
a
they wanna
woman,
smash.
when I like if I like it, I spend like that's how I am. I need to like you first. Like don't get me wrong, I'm traditional. I'll take you out on a nice date. We can connect, but I gotta connect with you for me to want to do those things for you. I can't do stuff like that for
But
strangers.
even on top of that, just being in a relationship and being able to tell your woman something just about anything, the cabinets or the sink, and
Respecting
her
your opinion.
actually respecting your opinion, that goes a long way. Because you go to say, "Oh no, we can cut the grass." Ah, boy, shut up. Let me call somebody else. That's just like wow. Like if she doesn't have respect about you,
Especially how
And
she
when
talks.
not
shit
gonna
go,
work.
when shit goes south.
When shit goes south and how she
That's
talks
what
to
it-
you.
that's what
I
it
think
is.
that's one of the.
Right.
Oh
I
my
think that's
God,
one of
that
like,
is so important.
especially talk about dealing with people like women from up here, especially
Yeah.
Philly, New York.
Right, so
like
aggressive.
that disrespect get crazy, and for me, like
Crazy.
if you not respectful when stuff not going right, it's gonna turn me off for you. Like I don't want to deal with you no more because I'm gonna always keep it respectful. I'm never gonna call you out your name.
Yeah.
I never gonna do none of that stuff because at the end of the day, like I love you and I'm saying I want to be with you. So
Right.
I'm gonna disrespect
Respect
you.
you, right.
You have to have that same admiration.
I don't
respect
know,
for me,
ladies
too.
and gentlemen, my man gonna pick a woman up for this show. God damn,
See, I
he's a
know.
mature young
That's some
man.
real shit though.
No, it's the
20
truth.
don't be
Yeah.
respect.
What you was doing at 24?
when you
running around
at
trying
this
to hit
age,
everything?
like
Yeah, I was.
hearing how women talk to men and how men talk to women, the respect is not there. So I definitely, I
I'ma
like
tell
1,
you
2,
where-
3.
I'ma
I
tell
like
you-
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
tell
like
you
1, 2,
where I
3.
get confused a lot of times when, for me, it throws me off when I hear a young boy talk to his woman. Damn, bro, I'd be confused.
Yo, my girl
Call
be
that
calling
girl,
me,
bro.
Yeah, he call
I
his girl,
calling-
bro.
I'll call.
I'd be confused.
But my girl be calling me, bro.
I'll
I'd be
call
like,
a
yo,
girl,
don't call me,
bro,
bro.
when she make me mad just to piss her off.
Yeah, that shit confuses the
My
hell
girl
out
called
of me.
me, bro. I was like, don't call me that
Yeah,
shit.
don't call me.
I'm
that
not
shit.
your.
Yeah,
She
don't
be
call
like,
me. Bro.
baby, I'm like, no, don't call me.
Don't
that.
call
I'm
me.
like, chill out, bro.
Damn, bro.
They hate that one. You hit them with the chill out, bro. They hate that. They hate it
All
more
right.
than we hate it.
All right, so they saying we got to wrap it up, man. This was a great show. We had my man Shaka Toney.
Yes,
Tony
sir.
come
Thank
through.
Y'all come to level 40, man. With
Yes.
pros train at.
You heard it,
see
man.
the wall.
You see the wall.
the
Get your
journey
life
greatness.
together. The mother gyms is ass.
Yeah.
And he missing some jerseys up here too.
A lot
Little
of
people know it's a
a lot
lot
of-
of
they
jerseys
ain't-
that
they
we
ain't-
got
Yeah.
that he ain't.
You know
hung
what's
up.
crazy? You don't even got college.
They don't got
on
enough room.
You don't got
I was thinking that the other
Kyle
day.
jersey
I was
is sitting. His college one is sitting in the
Sitting
closet.
in the closet.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
probably feel some
All
type
white
of way when
Florida
he gonna
John.
come here for his
Nah,
interview.
he went.
He gonna look like
He went the Falcons, John.
I want the Falcon ones. That's the one I want. That
but he won a Mackey in his college jersey.
yeah, well that one
That's
is
a
sitting.
big deal.
It's sitting in the closet
He,
and it's
he
signed.
immortalized it with a Mackey.
That's
I know,
people-
but
when they tell the history of college tight ends, he's a part of it.
That's what's
his
up.
jersey bigger than his NFL.
But you
not
gotta
for me.
realize he is a
Not
he's
for me.
the he's the
He's a
highest taken tight end ever. So
Ever.
that Falcons
That's
jersey,
big, but that's
that's-
not bigger than a Mackey.
that's not bigger than the Maggie.
You talk about because another tight end can come along and get drafted higher than him. Nobody can take away that Mackey from him. Nobody.
I mean,
The history of college football
I get it.
understand
that year, he was the best tight end in college football.
That's what's up.
Hands down.
And he got
that's a major accomplishment.
And he got his name in the ground.
That's a major accomplishment.
He got his name in the
That's a
ground
major
too. With
like that's
Florida.
unforgettable. You can't forget. You can't tell the history of tight ends in
Well-
college football without mentioning Kyle Pitts. That's a
Watch
big
me
deal.
forget his ass and leave him in the closet.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
he got-
You see the joint, get on his ass.
KP. You know what I want. He
Get on
know
his
he ain't
ass,
great,
yo.
bro. I don't even have a hat up there from him.
Right there. Ain't that it?
Yeah, that's him right there.
Oh, all right,
Right there.
maybe.
Yeah, his joint look a
Cause
little
Reef
bit
joint-
Oh
newer.
yeah, yeah. No, you're right. You're
Reef
right.
joint is
Reef
something.
joint probably look old as ever.
Yeah, that John a
Yeah,
dinosaur.
look,
John.
and that's his Vikings one. You could tell that's what that look like the AP
Who that Florida
Vikings.
John down there? What's that one down there in Florida? That blue one.
That's probably him right there. You talking about the F right there next
Yeah.
to the,
That's Reef down there.
Yeah, that's Reef.
yeah, that
That's
joint
Reef
look
down there, and
ancient.
that's Kyle. You're right. You're right. That's
look
Reef and that's
ancient, too.
Kyle. And that's the draft hat right there. But
That's what I'm saying.
Reef.
That
yeah.
look like the old ass Vikings.
Yeah, that was the
logo.
Jones. Soon you walk on the stage. I took it right. Let me get that. They had a whole
I
pile
done took
for
it
us.
too. I'm big on memorabilia.
Yeah, they had a whole pile for us. So
Right.
how
I want
many
that
we
one.
sitting?
I want the one
yeah, I
that
want
was
the
on
one
your
he put
head.
on. So how many was sitting at the table back there? They did a little count and had all the hats back there. But
Right.
the one you hugged, Roger?
Yeah, let me get that one.
he was saying something. No, shut up. Let me get that. But another great show. Another great show.
Yeah.
The camera crew is actually packing their stuff up.
Yeah,
That's
they
kind of
We
weird.
can sit here and talk all day.
Yeah,
man.
because he flashed another sign to wrap it up.
So this
But
is
no,
the time.
my man, thank you for coming
Yes.
through. You was the
Appreciate
actual
y'all,
first
man.
guest.
Yeah, first
First
guest,
guest,
man.
Yeah.
So if we make a lot of money from this episode, you get nothing.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Say less. Yeah, we got that on camera, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
Say
sir.
less. We need this to go viral.
People,
Yes.
people do stuff for the money. I just
Yes.
want y'all shit to grow, man.
You already
like,
know.
what y'all done for me mentally,
Yeah.
like physically, like, and even like especially now, like I don't really contact with too many people. Like y'all, I come in contact with y'all every day, so
Yeah.
like them moments, it mean a lot to me.
You already
what I'm
know.
saying? So I appreciate y'all greatly.
Right.
Appreciate me. He don't do shit.
Bro.
He all he knew was come in and
Whenever
talk
G
all
late,
day.
I'll be right here, bro. Yeah, I'll be right here with you, bro.
They gonna do that on camera?
Yeah, he late.
Y'all better cut that shit out.
to
Don't
that.
air that.
Look.
That's
But-
a wrap, my guy.
Right. So make sure y'all like, subscribe. Y'all forgot to like, subscribe, and comment. Show love. We
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
y'all always. Thank you for watching the Grind.
Thanks for
24.
coming out. God bless you. Good night.
He always
Boom.
got to do something at this.
Yeah.
Got to do something at this.
Yeah.